Hello Avengers and welcome to another Sounds of Stadia Thursday night live stream. You're joining myself, Chris, one of your hosts, alongside one of Earth's mightiest heroes, the man of many pixels, in his lovely Star Wars themed Christmas jumper, Mr. Richie. How are you doing, my friend, this lovely Thursday evening?
I'm pretty good. Bit tired, but I'll live. How are you?
I'm doing decent, actually. I'm not doing too bad. I'm excited to get into some more Avengers action. It's been a while. We've got some people in the chat as well. I can see Sunny is here. Thank you very much for stopping by. Obviously, if you are new to the channel and you somehow haven't checked out this week's podcast, that's available now with our lovely guest stopping by to talk all things Stadia while Tom recreates his entire household from scratch. He's building out of Lego, I've heard, Richie. That's what's taken so long. Yeah. It's brick by brick.
Yeah, and them Lego bricks. Do you think it should be more expensive to build a house out of Lego than to actually buy a house?
You know what?
Because Lego is really expensive.
As someone who has also built loads of furniture this past week, I'm always baffled by how bad the instructions are in some furniture building gear as opposed to Lego. If a child, well, I say a child, if a Lego product can get it so on the nose, how can furniture get it so difficult and wrong?
I don't know.
It's terrible. But
just hammer the screws in. That's all you have to do.
Hammer the screws in. That sentence alone doesn't make any sense. But we are joined also by some lovely people in the chat as well. Dave, I can see you stop by as well, joining Sunny. Lee, of course, is there as well. And yeah, certainly Sunny. Kate Bishop. So I'll hold my hands up. This was never marked down as a first look because I couldn't wait. In amongst playing Cyberpunk and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I've also delved a little bit into the operations of Kate Bishop. So again, as with most of the things, we're going to stay away from the spoilers because obviously, Richie, you've not had a chance to play this yet. You've been stuck with work and other such things. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump in and do some Avengers Initiative levels, some just typical multiplayer such. And I'll leave the content down to you, lovely people, to watch for and play through for yourself. Don't want to spoil anything. But what you will obviously see is gameplay. And I, for one, I mentioned it to Richie pre-show. She plays fantastically. It's brilliant the way they've got the layout. She's got a katana sword, essentially. The bow and arrow mechanics are very reminiscent of Square Enix's other game, the Tomb Raider titles, which I'm a very big fan of myself.
Yes.
It feels very reminiscent.
Square Enix's other game, the Tomb Raider.
I mean, yeah, if you've got somewhere that's got bow and arrow nailed down, why not just port it over to this game? And
the way you said it, as if that's what Square
that's
Enix
the only thing they're known for. Yeah,
yeah.
There's no other titles, no other franchises. And then they've added a special ability in as well, which is to do with the tachyon rifts that, if you're familiar with the game, they've already played plenty of. They pop up all over the globe, it would appear, causing havoc and mayhem. She's got some kind of Hank Pym technology stolen from A.I.M that's now given her the ability to teleport, and that's how they kind of navigate the whole traversal aspect. Because obviously she's just a human, so how she would climb like a 20-foot wall is beyond her limitations, even though she can still jump quite high, if I'm honest. Typical gameplay mechanics there. She doesn't quite have double jump, but she do definitely leap over any Olympic hurdler, that's for certain. Morgan in the chat as well, this game is a drug. You're not wrong there. I find myself going back to it all the time, especially with some free added DLC. So, Richie, without further delay, let's give the people what they want. Let's get into some Avengers. You can see Kate Bishop on the far right of the Avengers roster there, all posing for their photo. Let's get into the Avengers Initiative. Obviously, running on Google Stadia. If you're not familiar with the channel, that's kind of our thing here. That's what we do. Myself, Richie, and our other co-host Tom always stop by every Sunday to give you the Sounds of Stadia podcast, where we condense all the Stadia news, all the gaming news, and the week around the globe into I'm just going to say an hour and a half or so, Richie, now, worth of podcast chit-chat now. Obviously, we've had two lovely guests on these past 2 weeks. We got Sunny this week, we had Rock the week before, and we're proud to say that, again, we're happy to say that Tom is joining us again this week for a double bill. We're going to be banking our week's episode leading into the Christmas week, and we're also going to be recording our special New Year's episode as well, because we do like to take some time off over Christmas to spend time with family and friends. Obviously within the limitations of lockdown, family and friends, most likely probably whoever you live with, that's about it, those Christmas bubbles. So here we are, I'm Kate. I will add you in as soon as I get to the war table, Richie. Actually, I might be able to do it from the main menu. Strike team. It's been a while, so you're going to have to refamiliarize yourself with these
Yeah, I have. The last time I played was last time we streamed it.
Right. Oh, so you are going to be a bit rusty. Well,
Yep.
thankfully, I don't think Mjolnir rusts very much, being made from a collapsed star. What character are you going to go as today, Richie? You just continuing from last time?
Last time I think I was playing as Black Widow, but I think I'm going to go with Thor because I'm more familiar with him. So just to get myself back in the swing of things.
That seems like a smart decision. Plus, he's probably my favourite one to play with, I think. Iron Man and Thor have kind of teetering on the edge with just abilities and kind of skill set. I like their weapon loadouts.
I didn't like Iron Man. I never got away with him, but I think Thor, he actually felt powerful.
Yeah, I think we've discussed it before. That's why Hulk wasn't that great, because he just didn't feel as big and bulky and as powerful as you would expect from him.
Hey, come on over.
Dorkington in the chat, he's got hype for Kate Bishop as well. I had a bit of hype. I was just looking at the menu screen. So, as I said before, I've put some, not that many hours into it, but I've got her up to level 29 already. She seemed to level up a good 6-7 times within any given mission. So there's quite a quick scalable thing. For anyone who's not played the game in a while, they have added a couple of patch differences in, which make it really helpful. So Richie, you've probably never actually been to the Shield Hub.
I have been running around while you've been doing
Right, so yeah, so this is like kind of one of the new hub worlds they've added in. If you remember the lady from the deck of the helicarrier, Alessandra Morales, she's now here to dish out the missions. She's in the main hall. So she gives you like your kind of daily mission challenges for your Shield faction.
You'll help? Seriously?
So as per usual, jump in and make sure you accept. Sorry?
Is that a new hub, sorry, or because I'm in the helicarrier now?
Oh yeah, it's a totally new hub.
Oh, I've got a new hub then.
Get yourself to the war table. And it is, I'll show you where it's at.
Actually, if you send me an invite, it should bring me through, shouldn't it?
I did send you an invite.
Did you?
Everyone saw me on stream do it, yeah. I went straight to social. I distinctly remember because I had to scroll through 50, 60 people to find you.
And nothing came through.
Oh. Invite players. Invite to play. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. How quick can he tap? Tap, 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 tap. This is why I'm gonna have some kind of problem with my fingers when I'm older. Tap, 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 tap. They really need some kind of alphabetized search functionality. I mean, Android and iPhone since like circa 2008 have had at least the alphabet down the side, so you can quickly skip down the A to Z.
Yeah.
Right, Richie, tick. Game invite sent.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing's come up.
Right. Are you online?
I should be.
Offline. And of course, as well, while we do try and figure out how to get Richie in there, everyone in the chat, as per usual with our Thursday night streams, we do have 2 available spaces for anyone who would like to join us. So once I've got Richie in here, I will drop the link in the chat, because you're welcome to join our roster of Earth's mightiest heroes as we go about some missions. So anyone out there, Morgan and such, Dorkington, if you're looking to level up, Dave, Lee, I know you all have the game. First come, first serve. Sunny even as well, by all means.
That's weird, because I'm playing in browser and it never came through. But when I've just checked my phone, it was right. It was both of them right there.
So have you got the invite then?
Yeah.
No. They need to sort that out. There's nothing like that kind of visually happens on my screen either to signify you've joined. Right. So are you currently being loaded into the Shield Hub?
I think I might be loaded in now, but I'm switching back to browser.
Okay.
Right.
Where are you at? Let's find Richie. So, as I was mentioning before, some of the changes they have added in. The biggest one for me is you can sprint. You can actually sprint in the hub world, so you don't have to painstakingly walk around trying to get to the war table or trying to get to your inventory stash.
Right. What I do need to do is I need to turn off in-game voice chat.
You certainly do. So, like I was saying, there's
Want to go do some good?
Morales, not to be confused with Miles Morales' mother, if anyone's played Spider-Man out there. And the second one, they've added in is, remember last time you played Richie, you had to go to the Anthill hub to get the Inhuman faction missions, and then you had to go to the Helicarrier to get the Shield faction missions. It was a whole rigmarole. They've added little terminals into each hub now, so you can actually accept all missions from one location, rather than load in and load out of different hubs.
Yeah, I saw that in the Helicarrier. I just didn't realise there was an extra like shield base.
Oh yes. Right, so where are you at now?
I'm in the hub talking to Alessandra Morales.
Oh, there you are, yes. There is Odin's son himself. So if you if you go forward through this way, Richie, I'll show you where the
Where we go?
Inhuman missions are. Oh, just down the stairs. This way. I'm the purple person. Other way. This way. This way, I thought.
Alright, there you go.
So again, sprinting saves so much time. That's the difference. Right down here, past that terminal, and then in this little corridor to your left, there's a little green bay for you to pick up your Inhuman missions.
It's a bit hidden.
And then yeah, let's go to the war table. So you tend to find Kobe Smulders, also known as Maria Hill, sits at a desk over here. She's the one who dishes out the story missions for Vito.
Yeah, was that me?
Yeah, I think you try to speak well. Right then, so let's go to the war table and check out some Kate Bishop and Thor team up action. Crazy Bad in the chat as well. Hi Crazy Bad, and Ashley stopping by. Thanks for joining us for some Avengers action. Right then, Richie, let's jump in and see how this goes. So, the Day of the Remains. I don't think I've played that one myself before. Rumour has it AIM is developing a new Dreadbot. Dr. Hank Paymer asks the Avengers to intercept it. Its blueprints to give the Resistance a leg up on fighting. Sounds like a good place to jump in, Richie?
Sounds like it. Let's go for it.
I've gone for +1 difficulty, whatever that ends up on. Because we never really... I can't remember if it goes off my levelling or your levelling, because you're in my world.
I remember the levelling being a bit rubbish, to be honest. Like, it didn't like scale things very well.
Yeah, I feel like they have tweaked that in a patch. I feel like I've definitely read something about that.
Yeah, it was quite often like we tried to join, we get all the way through to the weird Java screen, and suddenly go, oh, you can't join this map because you haven't got this far in the game.
Yeah, it's true. Again, if anyone does want to join us, while we wait for that to go, I'll get the. I always forget how to do this. There it is, game invite link, copy link. Let's get that over into the chat just in case there are any heroes out there who wish to fight the good fight against AIM.
Ashley's always lurking.
Always lurking in the shadows. Like an upside down Christmas tree. And can I get back to the game, please? There we go.
Mission launches in 10. 9. 8. I was a bit heavy on myself there.
I was going to say, now we've committed to the countdown.
2. 1. Blast off.
Here we go. Right, so we've been given Black Widow and
We've been
Iron
hearing
Man.
whispers about an experimental dreadbot. My team just found
You
the
really
facility
do
where
gain
they're
more
being
power
made.
levels just by
It's
playing
still early in
online,
the
don't you?
process,
Because
so
you're like,
we think you can
you're like
intercept the
level
plan
29
before
but
these
only
things
power
go into
level
production.
24.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Send us
only
the
like 2
coordinates.
levels higher, but like
Ready, stretchy?
70 power above you.
Yeah, I think I've only so far played through the story missions, so I don't think the story missions necessarily give you that much loot, like in
Some
terms
my
of
people
power
are
gear
waiting
and
at the
stuff.
rendezvous point.
So I'm
There's been a
hoping
new
I'm going to get
development.
some awesome gear right now to wrap up on the story in my own time. Because that's been one of the things I've actually really enjoyed about this, is the ability to play the game offline, even though it's a multiplayer game for the most part. Play offline, just with the AI characters, and it's been perfectly enjoyable. I've not came across any like overly daft frustrations.
Seems like they're everywhere.
Nobody's trying to stop them, except us. But you know that's a pretty big.
How do you do the
us,
weird
so
ping thing?
I think we've got
You
a
aim
chance.
down your sights, and then I think it's press up. Yeah, and they've added in little waypoints now, so it doesn't disappear. It actually hangs around until you dismiss it.
Do you know how many Inhumans are hiding out here?
Hard to tell. My people spotted a couple being taken into custody, but we suspect there are more.
So they just
It's just up to get the weird orb. Where are you?
So yeah, you hold it up to scan the area. So to our right, 217 meters.
How did the watchdogs know to look here?
There's something.
These aren't their usual stomping grounds.
We might as well get this.
AIM has a couple caches around here. The Inhumans could have...
There they are.
I'm guessing that's not a campfire. AIM has a couple caches around here. The Inhumans could have been spotted on their way through.
Here we go. Right. Do you want to go get that thing off to the right? The 190 meters away. Right over there.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, yeah, I don't know why I did that. So yeah, so as I was saying for Kate Bishop, for those in the chat as well watching along, you can jump, teleport through the air. You can either go up, forward, just to traverse it a little bit quick. When you do a double jump on ledges, she does it up as well.
Yeah, there's actually more stuff over here when we get to that, Chris. So it might be worth like doing the main mission.
Oh yeah.
Defeat them,
Oh, well,
you
there's
may
the enemy
gain
unit
something
anyway.
useful.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, you're totally right. We'll kill this guy and we'll go back to it. I don't know how strong they're going to be with my shitty power level as well. Ow. I feel like you might be perfectly on point for this. So, Bishop gets basically a teleportation arrow, which does this. Takes it to the area. She's got a really cool sword called katana. Some bassy sound effects coming from Hawkeye herself. Did we kill him? Is he already down?
Maybe.
Smashed him to bits. Seems like you smashed him to bits, yeah. Right, do you want to go back and do that mission then first?
Yeah.
Do I get tired of being a genius? No, not really.
I'm trying to think what else she has. So there's kind of like heroic ability is just kind of basically super arrows. You get a 20-second window or something to fire like supercharged ionic arrows almost, which do a shit ton of damage, I've noticed. And what I do quite like, which is more of a defensive thing, is she can set like a hologram decoy. So all the enemies get drawn towards the hologram instead, and then you can upgrade little later perks that allow you to explode the hologram or swap places with the hologram.
How we doing, Hank?
So it's quite like diverse and mixed.
Gunfire in the forest. The Inhumans are holed up in an old bunker, but
So she's got a
watchdogs
nice
are
skill
closing
set
in.
there. Just
Yeah.
changes it up
You
for
all stay
the other
back.
characters.
We'll head in and send
I suppose
the
that
Inhumans
is the
your way.
advantage of this game. They can just
Got it.
very much
Be
tailor
careful
all the
in there.
different characters'
Looks
abilities
like
quite a
AIM
lot.
gifted their friends some new toys.
Oh well, looks like that
What
was
kind of
just
toys are we
a
talking?
meet-up
I'm
point.
guessing big explodey fire ones.
And she's got quite a bit of sass as well. And I think...
Well,
Here we go.
Because again, I don't know, like probably most MCU fans don't know that much about Kate Bishop other than she's Hawkeye's protege.
yeah.
I guess obviously we're going to see a lot more of her in the new Disney Plus and the Disney Plus live action series with Jeremy Renner returning, where I think they're basically going to kind of set up a Young Avengers movie or whatever it ends up being. We don't know, but obviously it's going to be Jeremy Renner probably passing the baton of the bow and arrow, I suppose, over to Kate.
Yeah. Is she gonna be his daughter in this one? Because
No, she's not. I think she is just like, because obviously he trains his daughter at the beginning of Infinity War.
yeah,
But
that's
they've-
what I was thinking.
But they've cast someone different. So who knows what they want to do with it? What am I doing? I'm just kind of wandering around. Where are we going to? If you just headed
Right
straight
here.
to that. Yeah, I can see it now. Alright, I'm on my way. You can travel a little bit quicker having the power of a god.
It's kind of convenient.
It is, yeah. Although, like I said about superhuman
Containing
jumps,
Special resources nearby.
she leaps through the air like nobody's business. That's without the plasma abilities. Oh, he's got it. Oh, and he's gone.
Is that all?
They dead?
It's remembering the control scheme, to be honest. That's the bit I'm struggling with right now.
Just getting back
2,
familiar with it.
3. And all like the little nuances of how far fight.
Keep an eye out for that bunker.
Did you get
Shouldn't
the
be far.
Yeah.
chest? Yeah. Oh, it's because you've tagged it. I'm thinking, why is it still highlighted? I think you've left your waypoint on it. Should we go over to the hundreds over there?
Yeah, over the right.
Yeah.
Look what they did to this place.
This is definitely more than just a few flamethrowers. There's a chest with gear close
Chest
by.
with gear. Take out the turrets.
Got eyes on the enemy.
So, everything's on fire. Did we expect everything to be on fire?
I don't think so.
I expected everything to be on fire.
Yeah, you know you're in for a good time when everything's on fire.
Right. If you want to get the ones on the top floor, then I'll get the 2 on the bottom. The honeycomb. The gate. Don't worry, Dorkington. For getting in, we'll be doing a few rounds anyway, so stay tuned, and we will get you in, my friends. Get you in and get some of this loot. But yeah, I believe she's voiced by, I want to say it's Ashley Birch. It's either Laura Bailey or Ashley Birch. So again, if it's Ashley Birch, that's the voice of Aloy. If it's Laura Bailey, that's Abby from The Last of Us Part 2.
You guys okay back there?
So again, famed voice
For the
actress.
moment,
Yeah.
Watchdogs
Very much
are
on the top of her
move.
game right now, whoever
Don't
it
want
is.
people to
It's
lay
definitely
low
one of
for
them
now.
two.
Can you get us in this top one?
Oh, I didn't realise there was 2 up there. I'm on my way
Yeah.
back with my mega jumps. Oh, up the stairs.
It's your standard weird building, isn't it?
So
There's
so if you are playing this on your own, in the patch updates they fix it so you can actually ping the AI to open the door for you now as well.
Oh,
There you
that's
go.
useful. 'Cause that was annoying.
Yeah, that was very annoying, especially with either the big doors you couldn't smash, or the keyboards you couldn't enter.
I think it's something that they probably did to try and force people to play it online. But then everyone went, no, we don't.
I think
like
it was just something that again, I think they overlook it with such like a big, massive open world like online game. I think there's so many like little simple things. Like how many games didn't have a ping system until Apex Legends came out?
that. Oh yeah, that was something.
Whereas
Like, it's one of them things like the ping system. Like, how did we not have this before?
Yeah.
It's such a
A
simple
resistance
idea.
ally is in trouble nearby and needs your help.
Alright, let's go get this resistance ally. Nope. Incoming. Taking it like a boss, Kate. Taking it like a boss.
You're slightly ahead of me every time. Both of them turrets, I just chuck my hammer and then it just exploded. That's my hammer was flying.
You know, that just shows you the speed of bow and arrow compared to a giant hammer. Oh, these exploded guys.
Oh, that's Iron Man.
Oh yeah, I still punch Iron Man all the time. Oh, behind you. So what I really like about Kate's kind of like plasma moves is those suicide ones who kind of blow themselves
Gotta
up.
keep moving.
Is because she can just teleport out of there. It's so easy to just like avoid being stuck in the danger zone almost. Yeah, exactly.
Kate Bishop down.
Theo, work your magic.
Kate Bishop's zone.
You're safe now.
So yeah, I kind of like what I play, like what I see.
I got some green.
Got some green. And what I haven't even checked out yet is different arrow combinations. So across the top, just like Iron Man, I've got like my basic arrows. I think I've got multi-arrow and I've got grenade-tipped arrows. So just like Iron Man with his lasers, his repulsors, and his rockets, you can kind of jump between different modes depending on the enemies. So all in all, a very
The difference between Hair and Hawkeye is actually going to be.
yeah. I imagine he's going to have a similar moveset because obviously when he's Ronin, he has the katana as well, and it's
Yeah.
quite intriguing that they introduced Kate over Hawkeye. But I guess here we are, right?
The thing is, if you make them too similar, then
It's like a skin.
It doesn't really. Yeah.
Look how quick she jumps. It's
We
crazy.
found them.
Back off, Fido. The Avengers! They're here!
All right, let's free these guys.
These freaks are ours. Round them up!
Decoy. So I'm going to send out a decoy. So everyone in the chat watching along, there's a little holographic decoy. And what's good about the decoy is it also
There's a shield
fires
cache
arrows
near to you.
and confuses the hell out of them.
Friendly face for once.
Keep pressing X to dodge, but it's not. It's like my main attack.
Alright, are you using like Valhalla moves or something?
Yeah. How do you parry again?
R2. Just as they're about to hit you, it's R2.
I mean, that was I used a special by accident there, but it did the job.
Ow. So what's quite good with Kate as well, if you're one of those characters who prefers to play at a distance, I think she adds quite a good ranged kind of ability.
Yeah.
Because again, I've played as like Black Widow and stuff
I'd
a
expect
little
her to
bit.
be at better range, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then competent up close, but it's not what she's about.
That's certainly true. Nope. Well done.
So proud of me.
Yeah, take it. We freed them from that. Oh, there's a couple. Oh, there's quite a few. Use the special. So here's the special. Oh, if you don't fall down. Like I said, I think she basically just fires like multi arrows. Why am I stuck in this thing? So I don't think she pulls back on drawstrings necessarily.
I keep going to like Assassin's Creed here.
I mean, you are a Norse god, so
I just pressed R2 and then Y to use the special. Like, that's not how it works.
that's not how it
Reinforcements
works.
headed your way.
Alright, I guess we're going underground.
We'll cover your exit. Go. If you hurry, you can ambush the watchdogs before they get to you.
Better jet.
Ambush the watchdogs.
The Legion.
That's one of my games I'm yet to start as well.
Yeah, I might give it a go when we'll finally get Ubisoft Plus.
Well, that's a bone of contention, isn't it? That we'll most certainly be talking about on this week's podcast.
Although I still need to play more Cyberpunk because I played like an hour and that's
Set
it.
up some kind of blockade on the road.
I think I've played about
We'll break through.
10 hours of Cyberpunk. I've got past the opening title, which is a good 6 hours in at least, I think. Felt like that anyway. I'm starting to warm up to it more, if I'm honest. My initial interpretation of it was it looks gorgeous. It obviously plays a damn sight better than anywhere else, it would appear, bar PC at the moment. But for my type of game, you know, Richie, I'm very much a third-person story.
Humans are safe
A
for
lot
now.
of people saying that I've
You've done a
seen
good
on
job
social
keeping the
media.
watchdogs busy, so
It's good, but I
Thanks
prefer
for
wish
that.
it was third person.
Yeah, it just lends itself so, like... Again, it's CD Projekt, so you'd expect... It's surprising that they would make a switch from The Witcher. I know they want to deviate their style a little bit, but... It's like every time I get in a vehicle and it cuts to third person and I'm on my motorbike or I'm driving a car, I'm kind of just thinking, the world is so gorgeous, I'd prefer to see my character in it, not from his perspective necessarily, but I don't know where the story goes, so I feel like the way the narrative's going to be, it might lend itself to being more point of view.
Hey, watchdogs! You
But we'll
looking
see.
for us?
We shall see.
Capture the Avengers.
I've heard the main storyline's like 30 to 40 hours, so I'm still only like quarter of the way through. I just need to find some time.
Compared to like the 800 hours of Valhalla.
Well, yeah, exactly. Defeat the watchdogs. Where are they even at? Can you see the watchdogs?
No.
Come on, Ubisoft, where you're at.
Oh, wait a sec. Here we go. Oh, that's A.I.M, man. He looks too much like one of the
Yeah.
synth robots.
I mean, he does. I think he has
I mean,
my
it
gold.
makes
Does he have
sense.
my gold armor on as well? Yeah, he does.
Yeah. It makes sense in law because that's literally they designed off his armor, but
It's saying go to this very spot here.
yeah.
I think. Yeah. I mean,
Is this something you do?
it said defeat the. Oh, wait there.
Is it just like one enemy or something hidden somewhere?
There was rockets. I blew the rockets up. Do we have to destroy the rockets? I mean, I don't think, unless the rockets aren't called watchdogs, are they?
I don't know.
Dorkington in the chat says, agreed, I prefer third person perspective. I've still not got into the title screen Cyberpunk. Get back to it eventually. Yeah, I just think it's the way I'm kind of now conditioned, because I'm a big Sony fan as well. Obviously their big focus is single player narrative third person. There's something about that over the shoulder kind of view where I like seeing my character's position in the world. Like this right here, what we're playing now. This game would be infinitely worse in my opinion from a first person's perspective.
I get why they do it for first person, because first person is a lot more immersive.
Yeah, it's totally intimate, isn't it? You're seeing it.
From the character.
Oh,
so you're seeing out your character's eyes. There's got to be just like
spotted one. Right up in the distance, but did you say defeat the watchdogs?
These are sky dogs.
These are sky dogs. Yeah, you're right. But they still count though. Even if it just triggers something, I'll take that. Okay, there's another one. Oh, see that dodge. Shoot him in the foot, shoot him in the foot. It says respawn restricted, so we must be in the right area, right?
Yeah.
Can we see any
Definitely
more?
meant to be over here.
Yeah, because that little orb, the mission orb, takes us right to the center here.
Enemy sighted.
Enemy sighted? Have you seen anyone?
No.
Thor just said enemy sighted in my my audio.
Yeah.
Enemy sighted.
I wonder if there's like one enemy or something that's just like out, like clicked out of bounds or something.
Stuck somewhere. But where?
I don't know.
Just use your special.
Yeah. I was hoping for like a top-down view, I might be able to see something. Right. Where was it when I said enemy sighted? I'm gonna fly away and come back.
I'm just gonna hop around like a rabbit.
Right, he said enemy sighted then. But there's nothing.
I heard him say enemies when you approach the central point again.
Yeah. I've just hit my specials, hope maybe I might be able to hit something, but I think this is bugged.
Yeah, it seems to be. Well, the good thing with this, I suppose, is you never lose any of your gear that you find.
Should we head back to the hub and get some other people to join us?
Yeah, we can do. Yeah, that's a good point, yeah.
I'm just running around here hoping for the best.
That's a good point. Return to the Quinjet. So everyone in the chat, if you want to jump in, now is your time. Lee Evans, future problems in the year 2077. Accidentally deconstructed his favourite gun. We've all been there, Lee. We've all done that at one point.
Yeah.
I think in Cyberpunk, I don't think it has, like the usual countdown timer. If I recall, it's just an instant delete, I think. Correct us if we're wrong, Lee, but I think I'm sure, yeah, I think it just goes deconstruct, and it does it.
Forget about being graphical glitches and choppy performance. That's the stuff that need to get sorted.
Is that a sin for an RPG in your books?
Too easy to ruin your best stuff.
Well, like Lee said, he's had to go back to a previous save, so that ain't necessarily great. But yeah, we were saying kind of... Dorkington straight in there. Whoa, power level 150. That's some decent graph, that is.
It's tasty.
Good to have you. Welcome to the team. Welcome to my power level of 24. Actually, I might have some decent gear now. Playing that half a mission we just did.
Yeah.
Let's see. So you can see on the Taking Aim Kate Bishop storyline, I'm currently 14 steps into the mission, whatever percentage that may look like. So I must be, I think I'm about 87% through it. Almost there. I've probably only got like 2 more missions to play. Yes, Lee's
The
right.
one I don't like in this is I keep thinking X should be dismantled, not Y.
Hmm.
So I always end up accidentally upgrading stuff that I want to destroy.
It does happen. It does happen. Right, I know I picked some gear. There we go. Ooh. Defense buff. Doesn't kind of really matter because I'm going to upgrade it any second now. Got some slightly better gear at least. Not that it's not great, but
It's a start.
it's a start. I'll take it. Again, if you recall when we played this before on a Thursday night, I think
Tons of
a
gear.
couple of skirmishes in and we like rake it in, don't we?
Yeah.
There you go. That bit of gear there went up. I was currently rocking level 20, and it went up to 28 in what quarter of a mission we probably did there. And I went up a level as well, so I'll take that.
Just dismantling everything.
And again, because I've done so much graft as well, I've got ample resources to level up the actual kit I've got, so no problem there. Objective.
He's got his wife doing his dailies and then Red Dead.
Wow, that's commitment right there.
Is 150 the max power level?
At the moment in time, I believe it is. Yeah, it's like level cap. No pun intended. Right then. So, Lee, is that you signifying you'd like an invite, or are you still rocking Cyberpunk? Because I'm more than happy to get you in here, my friend. I mean, I could always send him an invite, just in case he says yes.
Send everyone an invite.
It says he's playing Red Dead Redemption. I suppose that's...
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, his
Yeah.
wife's using its account.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh yeah. That makes more sense. So Lee's just watching along, it would seem. I suppose we can always start, right, Richie, and get someone else in at a later hour. Should we try and do that same mission then again?
Yeah, hopefully it won't bug.
Can you remember where it was?
Nope.
Thinking of the terrain, I'm going to say Pacific Northwest. I think it was this one down here. Yeah, Day of Remains. Day of the Remains, I should say. And it looks like we're playing it on power level 2. There's no... I don't know if they've changed it, but I don't think there's actually any difference in return for doing a higher difficulty. Because when I play on my own, I just tend to play easy, just so I can feel like a boss and just smash through everything, get all the loot.
I don't know, to be honest. I would have thought that you'd get like...
Better shit.
Because it basically just up levels the enemies, doesn't it? So I would have thought it'd just be things like loot and things like that.
Oh, Anthony, if you want to play it, dude, get in on it.
Yeah. If you've got the game, you can jump in.
He has the game. He's the one who's running the Stadia Avengers Facebook page.
Oh.
So he's all over this shit. It's the,
jump in then.
Yeah, the gaming cowboy from Stadia Source, as some would know him. A superhero unto himself already, some would say, Richie. But yeah, exciting times for you, Anthony. Obviously, free DLC dropping for the probably one of the biggest games of the year for you, I'd imagine. But yeah, if you're free, by all means, next round, if we can get through this level without glitching out on us, there's a space left on the hero roster. Do you think they'll ever increase the roster, Richie, to like 5, 6? But like, do you ever question why it's limited to 4?
All right, Hank, what's this about a new
I don't know. I can't
We've
really.
been
I'd like
hearing
to see them
whispers about
do
an
some like
experimental
proper
drug
raids
Mm.
where you can
My
have a
team just
bigger
found
party,
a
maybe a
facility
party
where
of
they're
it,
being
so you got two
made.
teams
Still
in.
early in the
Yeah,
process,
like picture
so
this.
we think you can intercept the
I think for
plans
most
before
of
these
it
things
will
go
just
into
be
production.
parties of four because
Like,
they'd have to rework all the maps and stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking more like
Let's go nab some
imagine this like Chitauri invasion alert.
Yeah.
You have
Some of my
kind of like a
people are waiting
global
at the
event where
rendezvous
up to
point.
several
There's been a
Avengers
new
teams.
development.
I mean, the roster's not that big at the
That's
moment, so
never
that
good.
kind of limits you anywhere.
They've
But
spotted
once they've added more
watchdogs
Avengers in,
area
we've got
where
Ant-Man in there. Maybe you can play as him. We've got Hawkeye. We've got a couple of extra characters, Black Panthers in there and such. If they do like an event where it is just basically wave mode and there's 20 waves of like Chitauri bosses, and as the Avengers you just got to team up with another fire strike team essentially,
Nobody's trying to stop them.
and just basically clean up shop, sort New York out.
So
Yeah, that'd be
got a
cool.
chance.
Totally.
Ooh, nearly went off the edge.
I'd be skeptical of how much they're going to do in terms of like recoding the game. I can see them making more maps, bringing in more heroes,
There they are.
or anything massive overhauls. I think
guessing
they're
that's
probably
not a
getting
campfire.
scrapped because
Do you know how
unfortunately the
many
game
humans are
isn't
hiding
doing
out
as
here?
well as they hoped.
Hard to tell.
See, I think
My
that's
people
just because they
spotted a
haven't
couple
had
being
the
taken into custody,
content.
but
Like this
suspect they were
DLC
wrong.
was supposed to come out at the beginning of last month,
Made it.
How we doing,
and then
Hank?
it's been pushed back. And then
Sounds
we
like
did
gunfire in the forest.
think the
humans
Black
are holed up in
Panther
an
was
old
going to come out
bunker,
with the
but
Wakanda
watchdogs are
hub
closing
world,
in.
and that was pushed back
All right, you
because
all
of
stay
obviously the
back.
unfortunate
We'll
passing
head
of
in and
one
send the
Chadwick,
humans your
Chadwick
way.
Boseman.
Got
So
it.
it's interesting how
Be
in an
careful out
alternative universe,
there.
how
AIM
different
gifted their
the
friends
timeline
some
could have
new
looked.
toys.
Well, I've said before, I just find a lot of it just very, very samey.
Fire ones.
The end game
mission
is
using the same areas, the same textures, the same enemies, and it's just variation of the same.
you're not wrong
And
there.
well, it's a shame because mechanically the game's really good. It just lacks. It just seems to lack something to me. Sometimes it just feels like bigger numbers for the sake of bigger numbers.
Yeah, totally get what you mean. Oh, still that one.
Which is why I really would like to see them do like something cool, like full-on raids or your classic MMO tropes rather than just.
Oh, Hellhound's joined us. Nice, we've got a full squad, Richard.
Oh, nice, welcome.
Welcome, indeed. Oh, we should plough through this now. We've got 4 Avengers. But yeah, I think mechanically wise, like you said, it plays really well. The campaign was great as well. Like I really enjoyed the campaign, albeit I felt it sped up far too quick near the end, and they didn't really flesh out some of the other characters as much as they spent with like Iron Man and Bruce Banner.
We need to get those.
It was a campaign that was there just because they wanted a campaign, but they did it well.
Yeah,
So it didn't feel just like a tacked on.
didn't feel like Battlefront 2.
Yeah. It felt like they put the time, put the effort into the campaign, but ultimately this is a multiplayer game.
Do you think there is a parallel world where this game has the likeness of the MCU counterparts?
Yeah.
Like,
If
could you
you-
imagine if this had... Whoa!
Really
Really well
did it well, and yeah, absolutely.
if this had Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth and such voicing the characters and they look like them, that would add so much more oomph to the game, wouldn't it?
I don't know, because the game came out with plenty of hype, so I don't know if, and I don't think the casting is the issue.
I think for your average
it-
person it is. For someone who doesn't pay any heed to the comic books, doesn't understand there's an expanded universe that spans decades of characters and villains and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. There is definitely some people who probably got turned off by the fact that it's not like the MCU cast. But I don't know. I just never thought that is the main issue. Like, if
Oh,
you're
it's
not going
definitely
to
the
buy a
main
game
issue.
because of that, then well, you're probably in the massive minority. I think it's more of where something where people are more likely to complain about rather than actually affect the purchasing decisions. Did you open the door?
Yeah, there's buttons on the inside that we have to get.
Can't.
Keep an eye out for that
So they change up the puzzle each time.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about the campaign missions that I've been doing. The puzzles seem a bit more like, don't get me wrong, they're pretty much the same, but
It's variation of the same thing.
Yeah, like the buttons are in the same place. Not all of them are 4 buttons. Some are 2, some are 3. And the locations have been tweaked a fair bit as well. But this is the mission variation they should have had from the beginning. And this is just, again, like most open world on live games that come out, it needs, should have just had more time in the oven, really. Like, this could have came out next year alongside like Black Widow, with maybe a special Black Widow specific story.
That's it. I just think when it first came out, it's like, campaign's awesome, got into the multiplayer, and it just felt a bit sparse and a bit repetitive. And that's why my interest in it just faded quite quickly.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think I would have played it as much if I didn't have it on Stadia. Because that ability to just do a quick skirmish mission for 10-15 minutes on the phone, on the tablet, on the TV, just the convenience of it really found me playing like random half an hours here and there.
Yeah.
Like just before bed and stuff. And again, if I was allowed out the house and I was working away, this would be the thing where, like, yeah, if I'm in a hotel or something, I'd probably just like jump in and play like 2 or so hours before binging Netflix or something.
It must be difficult though, like, because the length of the levels is quite inconsistent, so that must be quite hard. Like, if you just want to jump in for half an hour, then it turns out the levels like keeps going.
Yeah, after I played it so many times, I got into a rhythm of I knew which missions were really handy. So like, I wouldn't do Taskmaster or Abomination because those just took a little bit longer. But there were certain ones that
you could power through.
Yeah, you kind of just get familiar with.
They're probably the better ones for leveling up anyway.
It's a flawed guy.
Just get through it quickly.
The Hive missions are quite fun. I quite like the little countdown sequence you've got to figure out on the door, and then the EMP blast goes off. You get kind of like a couple of waves of enemies. Right. Where is the... It was an underground tunnel, right?
I think so.
I think it was along here, yeah. I remember this part. Because I think Kate actually jumps faster than you fly.
Really?
Yeah, you do like a really quick hop, skip, jump.
Back off, Fido.
Like, I'm here nearly. Are you here yet?
They're here.
Yeah, I'm just literally just above you.
These freaks are ours.
Oh, similar. What's she doing in the sky? Farting fancy.
Might as well fight you all at once.
Oh, here we go.
Your eyes deceive you.
I'm
I need to
invisible.
remember to use the Odin Force.
Sorry?
I need to remember to use the Odin Force. And not when I'm accidentally trying to use a heavy attack. Need help.
The guy just chilling out in the sky.
This Hellhound guy's pretty tough.
I think I blasted him away. No. Teleported through the tree. Oh, there's loads of stuff dropped there. Go gather that gear.
It's clear. The resistance is waiting down the road. They'll get you somewhere safe.
Thank you. All right, come on, let's go. Watch watchdogs aren't happy. Reinforcements headed your way.
We'll cover your
Reinforcements,
exit.
you say?
Go.
If you hurry, you can
So
ambush
this
the
is where it all
watchdogs
went
before
wrong
they get
for
to
us.
you.
Better jet.
Yeah, this is where last time we went. We cleared out the underground bunker. And then it was the next point we got to, wasn't it? Where it was
Yeah.
empty room.
They've set up some kind of blockade on the road.
We'll break through.
This is a blockade on the road, is what we're looking for. It would appear. Oh, there's a chest 120 meters away, which some boxes. I'm stuck. I'm stuck in the bunker.
I'm flying back over, and these enemies this time.
I've got myself
Hey,
stuck in a bunker,
watchdogs,
mate.
you looking
Nope.
for us? Capture the
where-
Avengers.
Where's the
I
exit
don't
sign?
think so.
You want to
There
protect
it
these
is.
monsters? You can die like one.
Wow. It sounds like they've spawned then.
Yep.
I'm on my way.
We can do this.
With a hop, skip, and a jump, I'll be there.
Bye.
You're a disgrace. No one else falls. You got it?
Nice work.
What's next?
It was it.
Hank, what's going on out there?
Huh.
I think we found what set the forest on fire.
You guys okay?
It's closer to you than it is to us. We need some time to get everyone aboard the Quinjet.
That we can do. Let's get these punks.
Was that supposed
Right,
to be
I'm going
cool?
for this
You know what? You
chest.
spend too much time with Nat. I am cool.
Not in this forest. Get it? Because it's on fire.
Oh, and I'm uncool? Come on, that was way worse.
If you say so.
I've got a
Banter.
chest.
Sorry?
Stand up and fight!
Oh, yeah, that
Get
chest.
the weak! Did that hurt? Oh, did that hurt? That looked like it hurt.
Oh no.
Well, when there's smoke, there's fire. Adapt.
We can do this.
Shoot the adaptoids in the head. Oh. Is there a turret I'm missing? Turret? That's a guy up in the sky, that's why. Didn't see the sky guy. Why is he falling
Okay,
the sky?
one
Just stood
down.
up there.
Keep it up.
How tough these adaptoids are.
Some of them are, yeah. They're the ones that look like the Sentinels from X-Men.
Well, that's
Yeah.
all of them.
Better get those Inhumans out of here.
Oh no, there's a box. Oh no, the mission's over and I'm literally stood next to a chest. Damn it.
One more.
Limited edition Mandalorian controllers.
Oh yeah, I have for Xbox.
Yeah.
With the
That's
yeah,
a lot.
they have his sigil on the front. Looks quite cool. Oh, my Christmas tree's back up and running with the controllers in. You can only see one, but I've put all the white ones in it. There's 3 in there.
I've now got 2 controllers, so
Stadia ones.
yeah.
Happy days.
And 2 PS5 controllers now as well.
Is the level ended for you?
Yeah, but I seem to have bugged out.
I was going, yeah, I'm just stood.
You
next
just
to
stood
that.
there doing like
Just stood there doing nothing.
all this stuff.
Yep. I can't even pause it actually. Can you? Well, I guess we'll
Nope.
just hang out here with Kit Bishop for a while. How's everyone doing in the chat tonight? Hopefully doing a little bit better than the smoothness of this game running.
Yeah, it's not running well tonight, is it?
It is not, which is weird because it seems to have ran better in previous months. I'm
don't know,
hoping
I
it just
think we
kicks us back to the server. It's not.
Might have to exit to the main menu.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't do anything, everyone. Seems to have bugged it. Dorkington's getting the same thing. Oh, we're there. Wait, level 33, there, black screen, mission complete. Patience is a virtue.
As soon as I leave.
Oh, did you leave? I mean, you keep all your rewards that you've earned, so...
I wonder if me leaving was what triggered it.
Oh, may have done. Looks like
The Inhumans are on their way to the
you're not the
airfield
only one
now.
who left.
Thank you for helping us out.
Hellhound went as well.
Anytime, Dr. Pym. Sorry we couldn't get those blueprints for
Gravitron
you.
explosion arrows.
Speaking of, Jarvis, uploading now, sir.
You think you're clever, don't you, Tony?
You're welcome. Enjoy your Dreadbot blueprints. Bye now.
Why do you never show us online on my friend list?
I think it's probably my settings.
Because that's what puts you at the bottom of the list, because you're not online. Even then, like, I shouldn't be... I need more people to add me. You start with... well, I mean, they're not even alphabetical by the time I get to the bottom. You're down there with two D's, C, A. It's like the alphabet restarts. You're second from the bottom. Which makes no sense. Alright, so yeah, Anthony's confirming when that glitch happens if someone leaves the group, it kicks it ahead.
Alright.
Spot on.
Well, now we know.
Now, with the more you know. And if you want to get in, Anthony, as well, I'll drop that game link in the chat again for anyone who does want to join. I'm guessing you're going to rejoin, Richie?
Yeah, I should be in now.
Well, I don't see you there.
Oh, I'm on the hero select, that's why. If I go on now, it'll probably not be in.
Yeah, there you are, Thor. Thor, Odin's son, joins us again. Let's see if that mission's... Oh, he's at work for half an hour. Well, we'll still be playing, no doubt. We usually go for about 2-3 hours usually, depending on how tired we get. So let's see what more missions we've got opening up. So Richie, we haven't done a Hive mission together, I don't think. But I also don't think we're high enough level for that. Certainly not. Well, I know I'm certainly not with this character. We'll have to get round to those one days because there's an achievement for completing so many Hive missions, so I'm not going to let that slide. Let's see if there's any more Tachyon Rifts. Power level plus 9, that might be too... Desert Vaults, that sounds like it might be too much.
Yeah, probably.
Got a... And we're back.
I'd say +5 is probably like the sweet spot, like where I don't want to go beyond.
Challenge level 1 plus 4. Again, I'm interested to know how it balances things out with other people in the roster, because now every mission seems to be like deep in the red from my point of view now. But let's do a...
That could be because you're like over level compared to your gear.
True.
So if like it's like your character level that unlocks like the level select, but it's like the gear that gives like the rating.
Possibly, yeah, good shout.
You'll catch up soon enough. Just shy of power level 100.
Nice. Well, there's a level 40. I'll definitely be equipping that. 37. I'll be equipping that. Thank you very much. 31. And just like before, Richie, I'm making a point of doing my leveling up so everything sits on a nice even number. Unless it's near to a 5, and then that's okay.
I'm stuck on 99.
99.
I've got nothing I can level up.
Dismantle, dismantle. Still something quite satisfying about the dismantle sound effects. All of those blades on. Back and set, go.
So we've got one more spot for anyone who wants it.
I didn't hit ready up. Apologies. I'm sat there thinking I've managed to do all my gear dismantling without any like mission starting, and I was just waiting for it to like suddenly kick me out of here to do that, and it's because I've not picked it. Almost. Here we go. Secrets
Turns out Fury's
within.
got a backup of all SHIELD data. Locations, agents, intelligence files. It's hidden in a secure bunker, but the area was taken over by AIM years ago. With our new gear, my agents will be able to draw them away from the vault's location.
Have I picked the Virgin
I have no
Media
idea
Captain
they're sitting on top of the
America
mother load, and I'd like to keep
for
it that
stuff
way.
there?
Yes, the red and white definitely looks like a Virgin Media exclusive to me. Richie Branson will be so proud, Richie.
I'm not sure I approve.
It looks good on some of them. Some of them, the A.I.M one looks quite sharp.
AIM was ready for us. All units, check in. Hello? Commander! Report! What is going on
So is this
down
next mission in the same like story arc?
there? Agent!
No, this just it was just one that showed up. It looks like it's a vault mission, so I thought we'll try and mix it up a little bit.
Jarvis, can you get anyone on the line? We need to know what happened here.
I'll see what I can do, Commander.
I don't understand. This area shouldn't be this heavily guarded.
Commander,
I read you. What happened? You alright?
I'm pinned down. They're hammering our tank from all sides. I don't know what happened to the rest of the squad. We're blind out here.
We're on our way.
Tank under attack.
There's the tank. Let's get those agents out of there. Agent, any idea where this extra firepower came from?
Patrol patterns indicate they're still unaware of our target. My guess is they were preparing to launch
Immediately
Operation
hit the wrong
Pursuit.
button and wasted
Put
a
a stop
special.
to that.
Yeah, I did that a few times first.
Damn you,
Back
muscle
in the
memory.
swing.
Enemy down.
Where's that laser coming from?
Well, to just defend the tank. That's-
Yeah, there's someone stuck under the tank, so you just got to basically clear the area until they we can free them. Whoa. Oh, I'm down. Okay, this is a slightly higher level than the last. And then back up. Was that an intentional special?
Mine was, yeah. Because when you went down, I jumped on here and
We're
just
sure
like,
we were gonna
right,
make it
I'll
out
clear
there.
the area a
The
bit.
other half of my squad was heading for the barricade. We'll provide cover. Regroup, then meet up with the main unit.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see if they manage to keep AIM busy.
Should go ahead for the
I've accidentally pinged you.
200 and something meters. That's right.
It's the Avengers.
It's you flying
There's a
over
team
there.
trapped beyond the barricade. We can't get through.
Clear a path. We can't let them stop us.
Must be a
Oh,
quick
we
way
get
to
there.
dismiss. It's gone. bass on her arrow special is insane. Like the music just cripples with the sound.
I'm gonna be doing that all night.
What did you do?
Use my special. My L1.
Bass. Shall know what I'm talking about.
Thanks. Go on ahead. We've got this.
Where is that? Oh, that.
We shall triumph over all.
Alright. Bunny hop time. Cheeky little teleport thrown in. You've all gone for that one.
Patience, goons. You're next.
So yeah, I think of all the characters, I think Black Widow's moveset's been like my least favourite.
Defeat them.
Really, I really like Black Widow.
I feel like she's
It's
so.
cool cap I didn't care for.
I didn't mind Cap. I think the shield just adds. I think they all have like their special ability, but then I think something about just guns, just it's so obviously generic and there's no superpowers to it. Not bad. Ah.
I think it is a good sign though that you have different favourites and different least favourites. A game like this, I think, is always problematic when everyone wants to be the same character.
Yeah. Well, they don't let you be the same character at least, so.
Yeah, but if everyone went, if everyone was like, I hate Black Widow, I love Cap,
And you got stubblers on.
yeah, then you got problems with like how you design your characters.
That is certainly true. Should we go for that one? Seems to be en route. Like loop around.
Yeah.
If my team's in the middle of those AIM forces, they need help, and fast.
I'm curious, so with all the delays that we've had, if that knocks back... Oh, there's a chest here, by the way, everyone. If it knocks back the Spider-Man stuff for PlayStation.
Is the Spider-Man stuff not out for PlayStation?
No, it doesn't come out till like March, I don't think.
I just assumed it was day one.
No.
You need to get to those
Broken
coordinates.
ankles. Because again, off of all the backlash they've got, I honestly think that when Spider-Man comes out on PlayStation, it's going to be one of those cases where we get a skin. So we're going to get... Everyone else bar PlayStation is going to get like Spider-Gwen or Venom or Miles Morales or someone who's not Sony exclusive, and that's like the way they can get away with marketing Spider-Man, but they're not pissing off the entire rest of the fan base. And I'd be down for that. I wouldn't mind about not getting Spider-Man if I'm getting like Miles or someone.
I think they've probably already just... I think one of the reasons why they probably announced it so early is just so like, just get the hit, get people complaining off the way.
Take the punches then.
Yeah, we'll just take it now. And then when it comes out, it's like, what, 6 months after the game?
Like we told you half a year ago, what's your problem?
Yeah, 6 months after the game's launch, it's like, well, you knew this was coming, and it's then become more of just a nice thing for those playing on PlayStation.
Yeah.
All the 3 people who play on PlayStation.
Yeah, all them 3 people with their shitty version of Cyberpunk. No, I honestly think it's a way. It seems like such a lot of resources to go into designing a character to lock it behind one platform.
So you probably paid a lot of money for it.
Well, I mean, they own the rights, right? So.
Yeah, but even just because you own the right. Well, it might be. I don't know, with it being exclusive, I think it's probably like, yeah, just because you own the rights. Then what's in it for Square though? Like
more copies on PlayStation, maybe. But then again, so yeah, I suppose it's all money either way, regardless of where the copies are sold from.
Yeah.
I suppose it might be something behind the scenes with all the other Square deals, like Final Fantasy being exclusive and such for the year. It might just be a part of, well, tell you what, we'll pay to make Final Fantasy for us. They're happy to take that money, but there's like a caveat that's like, oh, and also your Avengers game has Spider-Man in it.
Let's make his job harder, shall we?
But that's the kind of shit we'll never know.
Yeah.
A shield ally is in trouble nearby and needs your help.
I don't know. I always felt it seemed a weird deal. There's clearly some sort of deal there, but. Well, I can see what's in it for PlayStation having an exclusive character. I just can't see what's in it for Square.
I love it when a plan goes right.
Yeah, other than Backlash.
Yeah, because if it was like a timed exclusive, you could go, okay, maybe this is part of the deal to get the rights to Spider-Man for the game, and they've just had to like tough it up.
A little help, guys.
Maybe it was a pure marketing and just marketing. Spider-Man is still like the biggest MCU character, Marvel character.
Oh yes. Where are you guys at?
Fighting aliens.
Thank you.
Now's our chance, Avengers. Our boat is nearby. Activating signal beacon. Theory always has a plan for everything.
I'm near one of the chests, but I seem to be the only one
I
here.
think we just
Anticipated AIM's expansion.
the main mission.
Even if he thought it was
I
unlikely,
can't see that.
he only ever wanted to
I'm
get
trying to free this guy from the
5 steps ahead of everyone else.
where you are now.
I think I accidentally flew into where the main like mission was taking us.
Triggered it.
Yeah.
Isn't far.
Just the guy stood there. I was like, you don't need us to tell you to run away, dude. The door's open. Get out of there.
I don't know. I think I kind of would wait until like 4 tells me it's safe to go.
What are you waiting for? You see, they finally cast, well, not cast, but officially announced Christian Bale's going to be playing Gore the God Butcher. So, again, I didn't know who it was beforehand, but apparently he's a character who he believes all the gods are worshipped falsely because all of his family gets murdered. It's a bit like Drax's story where all his family's been killed. And of all the prayers and pleas to the gods to help them, nothing happens. So he basically thinks all gods are kind of false prophecies and they don't deserve the title of god. So he makes it basically his life's mission to go around the universe killing everyone who says they're a god. And eventually that brings him to hunting Thor down. And I think that's in the comics, I'm led to believe that's what makes... He puts doubt in Thor's mind that he's worthy because of all the people who pray and worship him and nothing... He doesn't help every individual because there's just not enough time in the day, right? And basically Thor gets in his mind that he's not worthy, so he can no longer wield Mjolnir. And that's when female Thor steps in, and Natalie Portman's character basically dons the hammer instead in his place.
So basically, what you're saying is Batman screws the MCU.
Yeah. Batman's coming in to fuck shit up.
I'm getting some weird colour glitches here.
Where are we supposed to be going? Where's the... Can you guys see
Anything in the chat?
Who's in the chat? Ho ho ho! Yeah, we are certainly enjoying the JP.
And Lee's getting around the mince pies then.
I don't like mince pies.
Really?
No, it's again bad dates. Like my Indiana Jones mantra, anything with dates, raisins, or like similar ilk, just doesn't do it for me.
Did you used to think they were actually made with like mince?
Yeah, oh yeah, I think everyone as a child thinks that. Oh, there's
I don't think they were originally like.
chest up here, guys.
Where's... Alright.
Oh, I know what we're supposed to be doing. We're locating the facility, so we used to use the little sonar radar to find where it's at.
Yeah, I'm getting some weird colour glitches here.
Is it gamma? Is the gamma off? Is Bruce Banner in the house?
I'm getting lots of primary colours. Although, interestingly, it's not showing on any screenshots I've just taken. That's weird.
That's how they get away with it. Game's broken, but if you can't prove it and send a screenshot off the tech support, then they just don't believe you.
Odd.
Right, I'm hunting down this thing.
It's not a monitor.
Is this another instance of Google going down?
I don't know. Like, I mean, it's playable. I'll sort it out after. Right, where are you?
Sort it out. Right, I'm almost there. I will have our location within 80 meters.
Close.
Now this is where I kind of want to beat you.
Aha, got it.
Oh, my 300 meters off.
It's right here, everybody.
Here we go.
Avengers,
Sign of
on
AIM in the
me.
immediate vicinity.
Good. Let's do this quick.
Oh, Black Widow got here scary fast. I'm sure she's just like... Oh, Black Widow's... Black Widow's Woody from Toy Story currently. That's so hilarious when it glitches out like that. It's basic. You'll see it on the stream in a second, Richie. It's the character models just stood in mannequin pose, like T-pose. And she's just floating around the floor. Classic video games. There she is again. Sup, Natasha? Just in that. Because if the T-pose in modern games, like where they stood kind of like with their arms out, I'm led to believe that comes from when they do the mocap suits. You know, when they need that like generic stance to begin recording, they get them to do the T-pose.
It's just probably the easiest way to start the capture.
Yeah, so that's like if like the character ever glitches out,
Everyone inside.
that's like the default animation it goes back to, just arms out by your side, stood straight. And she's very much stuck in that pose as well.
She's alright, mine.
All units check in.
Sorry, we've reset after the lift. Oh no, she's not. She's melted into the lift.
North side.
Oh, my color issues are gone.
We're gonna need backup.
What's going on?
To you.
Natasha, she's like glitching out of the world. There's some Hank Pym magic, and she's gone. Oh no, she's
now.
she's in the lift. Grab an arm, Richie. We'll pull her out of the lift. Oh no, she's back. She's back. There we go. Very flexible. Very flexible.
Okay, let's crack Fury's safe open.
Hey, you gotta go love a game glitch, don't you, Richie?
Yeah.
Are you, when you play through games and shit like that happens, do you let it get to you like people on the internet would lead you to believe in the comment section?
If it doesn't break the game, it doesn't ruin my experience, then it's like, well, games are very complicated things. There's a lot of...
So many factors, isn't there?
Yeah, so many factors. Like, especially online stuff, so it's like, if it doesn't ruin my experience with the game, then I don't care that much. I just find it funny.
Yeah, I just think it's funny. Like, don't get me wrong, like Cyberpunk, as good as it runs in Stadia, there's still glitches all over the place. Like, I've spoke to NPCs and they've went to sit on a chair and they've been sat floating 2 meters in front of the chair. They've walked through walls. You saw the clip I put on Twitter. That's had nearly 10,000 views now, where the car just decides to flip out on me. There's a complete explosion of utter madness. And I just laughed at it when it happened. I was like, what the hell was that?
Yeah. Well, you saw my Far Cry glitch?
Yeah.
Respawning man.
But yeah, you're totally right. It's not an exact science. Like, no, you can have all the QA testers in the world, but when games are getting so large, it would take a lifetime just to test every corner of the game out, right?
Oh yeah. It's just maybe things like machine learning and stuff can help.
Yeah, like send a fake AI in and check out every corner of the map,
Yeah.
like grid by grid almost, and report back.
But I mean, I think at the moment that would be a very, very expensive task.
I'm just gonna stand behind the main terminal and pepper everyone with arrows.
The thing for me is I don't like how people do reaction to people, like developers, when it's like very, very hostile. Like, come on, like these guys are trying to make the thing that you to entertain you, and something's went wrong. I'm sure the people who are most like gutted about it are them.
Yeah, completely right. It's like all the shit that happened this year with like Last of Us 2, and it's like it had a controversial story for some, but sending like death threats and stuff to people who are just actors reading from a script is absolutely embarrassing and ridiculous. Like,
well, The Last of Us 2, the story was only controversial is because people had built up in the head of what this wanted the story to be, and then the developers told a different story, which is no fault of the developers at all. It's okay to not like the story, but saying you feeling betrayed by it is just ridiculous.
yeah.
Death threats, ridiculous.
You do just question like what, like heaven forbid something happened in real life in these people's like lives.
Yeah.
Like if that is your biggest problem, that you're gonna write death threats and stuff,
Yeah.
you need
I think
to.
big disappointment, but it's like keep it in perspective.
Yeah, you need to certainly check yourself and your moral values when you're threatening people online.
Well, for me, there's just no reason to find anyone online. Just,
No. Goes back to that age-old adage, Richie. If you've got nothing nice to say, why say?
we went on a weird tangent there.
I can't even remember how we started getting to it. Was it always glitches?
Yeah.
Actually, the funny thing with the glitches in Cyberpunk, it's hard to tell what's a glitch and what's not, because the aesthetics of the game are quite glitchy anyway. And because the character you're playing as essentially has like cybernetics in his head, there's a few times when like menus have popped up or they've glitched out or something, but I can't really tell if it's just something that's happening with the memory chip in the guy's head, or it's actually the game bugging out. It's kind of like a nice cover-up just due to the aesthetics.
I don't like. I mean, I started off as a nomad, so you're starting off immediately in a car outside like Night City, and I don't like the way, like very quickly, it's like, no, this does not feel good to control.
Oh, the driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, the driving is absolutely wank. I can't believe we've had driving games for every game generation now, and it's just so rigid. It feels like the car weighs a ton of bricks. Like it's so sluggish.
I had absolutely opposite. It just felt like so like it's like driving on ice.
Oh, right, okay, so yours was different. It might be it may be the character then. Nomads might have like different driving skills, possibly.
I don't know, but it was like, yeah, it just generally felt like I'd look at the controls and they'd go flying off like, you know, so having to be like very, very precise with my analog stick inputs.
Oh, so mine was like slow. So like I found, especially when I was riding on like a bike, turning into a corner, you'd see. So one of my biggest issues is the mini map. When you're on the road, the mini map doesn't zoom out, so you cannot see when like you're coming up to like a sudden right-hand turn.
Yeah,
and obviously what that does is you end up blasting past your checkpoint or your turn-off point and crashing into a wall. But yeah, in terms of the driving, I found like when I was trying to corner, it just would like I'd see the left turn, I'd press the brake to slow down, and then swing it left, and it would barely turn, and I'd end up just like smashing into the side of the road or a wall. And like once you've done that once or twice, it can't, especially in like an open world in a city, where driving to navigate around is like a big part of it. It just kind of sucks the enjoyment out of wanting to get into a car.
I wonder how much time inside can you actually spend in the city compared to like out in the wilderness,
Yeah.
because like for the spoilers for anyone for Nomads, like of like the first hour of the game, you start off outside, you like kind of rescue a guy, then you strike Night City, but you do start off outside the city.
Activating final security measures in 3, 2, 1.
It's still very blue right now, like whole screen blue. It's like putting a weird blue filter over everything.
Yeah, I've pressed handbrake button, but I still find it just kind of flips into the turn far too much, and I honestly think no games, for me anyway, has really nailed driving since Need for Speed Underground 2. So,
I'd imagine a lot of driving games have, but
Probably. It's actually found very similar with simulation games like Gran Turismo and Dirt 5, I want to say, Dirt 4, Dirt 5, Dirt Rally, sorry, it wasn't a numbered one, it was Dirt Rally. I prefer games where you just seem to have like a bit of drift to them, and even like the rally games, it didn't have the drift I expected, I guess.
yeah.
But we said before, like, we don't really play racing games anymore, you and
I
me.
think
Like,
the difference between driving being a part of a game and it
simulation.
being a driving sim.
Yeah.
You did it.
Commander Hill.
Like all the simulation ones we know are about like following
Off-site.
Yeah.
the apex. You need to get that perfect line into a corner.
No.
Whereas I just want to crash into the car in front of me, use it as a buffer to get around the corner as quick as possible while the nitrous is on. But yeah, again, I grew up on the era of games where it very much was just like wacky arcade racing.
Yeah, I'll try that. Holding the right stick in, holding R2 in,
That data
like
is still
halfway.
encrypted, but we can't waste any
That's
time.
kind of
We're taking a flight
unsatisfying
back
when
to
you're
All
driving.
agents, engage. Find him. Think you can give us a hand, Jarvis?
Of course, Commander.
Let me know when you have it.
Right, I'm going to be back in just a sec. I'm actually going to drop up the game and reboot it because at the end there it was like having an entire blue filter across the game.
Wow, well, it's alright. I'm going to do the character. Dorkington, hang fire with us, and Anthony's going to be here in a matter of minutes if he's not already. So yeah, I'll throw you right. What's your Stadia name, Anthony? If I've got you, I don't even know if we've got you as a friend. I've got that many people on here now. Part of me says that your full title will not fit on the Stadia name. So I'm guessing it may be shorter. So many people now on Stadia. Anyway, while we oh, of course it is. Of course it is.
And I'm back.
I'm just waiting for Stadia to find Anthony. So I need to
Send me an invite.
So 2 seconds. I'm just that's spot purpose, right? Am I searching my players or friends? Add friend. Is that a different search? Oh, spelled that wrong. Don't know why I'm putting a space. Great. I'm gonna go with it's the top one that's grayed out there. No, it doesn't let me select them. There's 3 people apparently. Stadia players. Who else is it gonna be? Oh, why am I checking my connection now? Tell you what, Ant, send me a friend request if you can, just the Sounds of Stadia, and we'll get you in the game. Richie, I'm going to find you quicker because I've got my mouse acceptable. Because I can actually scroll, and you're not at the bottom anymore. Of course you're not at the bottom anymore. That would be too easy.
Because I actually came online.
You were online before though, there we go.
In game, I wasn't online on Stadia though.
Ah, that's why.
I usually default to being offline on all consoles.
I mean, it's taken its sweet ass time with whatever it's doing with the friends list here, which is mightily annoying. Invite friends. Cheat. Right, I saw my phone vibrate there, so that might be a friend request coming through. What's it doing? It's just grayed itself out. My entire friends menu has grayed itself out for some reason. Right, thankfully the phone app seems to be functioning, so... Does your app, when you load it up, sometimes now say like you've been signed out or you're offline?
Once in the blue moon, yeah. My invite has expired.
Right, that sounds about right. Okay. Right, I've got you. Richie, sent you another invite. They need a search functionality. Where's it at?
That's a weird thing. They upgraded like the UI.
And didn't add that in.
Why am I failing to join the session?
I don't know. It's just me and Dorkington hanging out still. Send you another one. I can't see. I can't see Ant in mine, and it's my friends list is now grayed out, which is shit. Right, I tell you what. Let's hey, right. Let's I don't know, quit the game and back out. Dorkington, we'll get you back in a second. It was fair. It's
right.
Visual flaws. Boo. Right, see if the friend list is there. No, my friend list is totally right. Let's close Stadia down. Let's do the old close Stadia down and boot it back up. We'll get there. Right, here we go. There he is, playing Marvel's Avengers. Right, that's the friend list updated. So let's go. Let's go. You're totally right there, Lee. It would not be Sounds of Stadia if there wasn't some kind of technical glitch. Although I still think we do quite well for ourselves, considering there's only Tom who's actually qualified in any of this kind of shit going on here.
And the technical glitch isn't on our side at the moment.
I mean, I can't actually think of many times it's us directly, other than the odd time we've been on mute, the scene's not kicked in live. I think just anything that relies on the internet is bound to have something like this.
Yeah.
Right, let's go, everybody. Let's go. Dorkington, I'm presuming you're along for the ride still, my friend.
Right, friends. Sounds. Can you send me an invite from in-game? See if that helps. Because it just wasn't letting me in before.
I think who might be the next Avengers then if Black Panther's up next. Right.
Well, I think Black Panther is probably done. I think it's just the timing of it that, out of respect, they decided to hold off.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if they brought Kate Bishop forward because of that. It's like, right, we need something. And that might be why you're getting Kate Bishop instead of Hawkeye. Just, right, we'll focus on getting hair done now, and we can sort Hawkeye later.
Yeah. Right, invite sent to all three of you.
Right.
By a mouse and keyboard. So just mouse, actually.
Join. Right, not touching anything. Aha! There we go. What this time?
Managing inventory with a mouse and keyboard is surprisingly faster.
Yeah. That sort of inventory, I always think, like the Destiny style inventory is clearly designed for mouse and keyboard.
It's just a shame I'm shit at mouse and keyboard. Unless it's like inventory management, that's fine.
What's going on, boys?
Evening.
How's it going?
Not bad at all, not bad at all. Just doing some good old inventory management. You won't be able to
Sounds
hear
good to me.
Anthony, will you, Richie?
Not at the moment, but I can see if I can sort that out. He might be able to hear me.
You know what's funny is I'm still listening to your YouTube, and I'm like, wait a minute, I hear them talking, but wait, they're talking to me, and I got so confused. I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah, that double. Everyone gets caught out on that. Right. Oh shit, I've not done any mastery yet. What's wrong with me? Sometimes I forget these extra tabs exist. Right, let's get some ranged abilities in there then.
So how you guys doing today?
Yeah, good man, good. Looking forward to the weekend. How about yourself?
Yeah, same here. Looking forward to the weekend. You know, just it snowed a little bit over here, so I'm not planning on going anywhere anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, you've got snow already, have you?
Oh yeah.
Whereabouts are you based? In the is it States?
I'm gonna be on the Stadia Swords Roundtable podcast, so I could play until well,
10 p.m. our time. Usually, you guys go live.
Yeah. So they start at what 25 minutes from now or something like that.
You can get a game in no time.
I'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
We should probably start quickly then.
Yeah, I'll get.
Thanks for having me, man.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I know you've been a big advocate of the game, so as a big fan myself, I'm more than happy. It's just waiting on Dorkington. Phil to join the session, no problem. Send you another invite. We'll get to the war table. Have you had a chance, Anthony, to check out any of the Kate Bishop stuff yet?
Yeah, I was playing her story a little bit yesterday, and man, she's a cool character. Like the sword play and all that stuff, I like her a lot.
It's exactly the same, my thoughts. There's something quite comfortable about using a bow and arrow in a game now as well.
Right.
Since Horizon and like
and her bow and arrow shoots really fast. And if you level her up, you could do the lock on with her bow and arrow and shoot a couple of different things at the same time.
Yeah, I've seen it quite a few of the perks. Let's
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Let's go for.
I don't know if you guys are into Pac-Man at all, but you know it's going to be free this weekend.
Yes.
And okay, because I'm hosting a Pac-Man tournament. So if anybody wants to get involved and see if they could beat me, just saying.
Well, that sounds like a
Put
challenge.
the invite out there.
Sounds like a challenge right there. Time zones permitting, man. I don't see there being a problem for that.
Don't ready up yet.
Yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern on my channel on Saturday. So just saying, if you happen to come by, and the way it goes is whoever wins 5 matches, they're the winner.
Okay, 5 matches. I'll have you know that I'm the Sounds of Stadia champion so far. Beat Tom several times. Richie, have never played yet, I don't think.
Nope.
So out of 3 of us, you've got your work cut out for you then.
Chris, send Dorkington another invite.
So I heard you guys talking. So who do you think the next character is going to be in this game?
I think it's got well, unless it's Hawkeye, Clint, as we're probably expecting to see, is kind of either a reskin of Kate. I'd imagine he's the next shoe-in, just based on the fact that he plays into Kate Bishop's storyline. But then
here's what's strange, though, right?
Black Panther, right?
Well, what's a little strange is he was originally supposed to be the next character. Oh, sorry. He was supposed to be the next character, and then all of a sudden they put out Kate Bishop, right? And then they did mention Black Panther, but you know, like you guys said, in respect to him. So it'd be weird to get 2 of the same characters back to back. That would be kind of not cool.
It's like a Smash Bros. He's one character and 50 skins that all represent the exact same character.
Let's go get our people.
Right. And
at
I
least
almost
now with
feel
Smash
like,
Bros, though,
can he really, would they really make him a reskin?
I mean,
I would figure she should have been a reskin.
You would think it would go the other way, but it depends. I think he'll definitely have the bow and arrow moves, but I think his kind of like hand-to-hand combat may be varied.
We can take it from there.
Right, okay.
So I think there'll be elements they'll definitely... Like, again, how much can you do with a bow and arrow, aside from like little explosive tips and fire tips and stuff?
Definitely, but I don't think he'll be running around with a sword. Like, I don't think he'll swing a sword like she does primarily, right? He might have hand-to-hand, like you said, and maybe pull out a sword. Plus, he's supposed to have his dog, remember?
I've located captive
They could,
Yeah, he's supposed to have his dog. They confirmed. They said his dog will be in the game.
That's cool.
break them out.
if they do, ideally they could just kind of do a mixed match of the characters. So give him the bow and arrow physics from Kate, and then just give him like the fighting style of another, like Captain America maybe. Just like blend the two of them together to make it feel a little bit varied.
We shall prevail.
And then maybe he'll do something where his dog will run out and bite you.
I mean, yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Hopefully not get put
Those
down
Inhumans need
for
you.
attacking other humans.
Are we going straight to the mission?
In the interest of time for yourself, we should just mainline it, I think.
Alright, cool.
Sounds good.
There they are. You'll need
Beeline for the mainline.
to open the cell.
What's your highest character?
I've got everyone ranked up to max level. It's just the gear I need to grind out now.
Okay, cool.
And obviously Kate I'm working on, so she's just passed, I think, level 32. So she's on the road to 50. It's just the gear's been, when I've been doing the campaign with her, the gear's been really poor.
This one is
Free those hostages.
that did it. Theo, work your
Oh,
magic.
what's that for? You're safe now. Little achievement there for rescuing 100 AIM prisoners.
The cells are all open. Nice work.
I honestly think the only achievements I've got left to do in this game now is the, I think it's like 20 hive missions or something. Which are going to take a while anyway, because you need to be like top level before you can even attempt them. I think I've done 1 or 2
Right.
of the, is it Mega
What
Hives?
I've been doing lately, is I've been trying to do the gauntlet, but I just need more characters. That's higher level. You would think I would have been playing the game more. How crazy I was into it, but then I started to get so into streaming, and then I stream for Stadia Source, then I stream for myself, and I do the show with my wife, and I make content, and I got
So there's no time to actually play games.
Yeah. I mean, we found that, Richie, with Cyberpunk and all the Ubisoft titles dropping. I don't think I've even touched this month's pro games.
No.
Other than hitting claim, I've not done anything with them. Which is a shame, because like I want to look at them all at least once, but as is life, eh? Life of a gamer.
Well, the cool thing with me is I always do a first look, the first of every month, so I at least get to try the games, even if it is for 10 to 15 minutes. So people are like, hey, did you play that game yet? And I'm like, well, I did. I didn't play a lot of it, but I at least got to play a little.
But remember, Anthony, though, no games on Stadia.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
No games on Stadia at all. We're all sat here twiddling our thumbs, waiting for something to play.
We are twiddling our thumbs?
Yeah, literally there. The nature.
Oh, is this a glitch? Because
I was going to say, where is everybody?
I mean, we could just defeat these guys who might be sitting
Darn
there.
it. You know what? What's going on with you guys, man? I've been playing for a while and been getting glitch free, and that's what watching your stream. I'm like, man, they're getting all the glitches.
Richie. It's Glitch Master Richie over here. Because I've been playing everything without a problem as well, and as soon as we come on stream, it seems to be like the game's struggling with spawning in anything. Right? I guess.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot.
When you play with other people,
I've been having it's been going pretty good. Not really glitching much.
Yeah, even day 1 without the patches, I didn't really have any issues, bar like the odd funny thing. Right? Should we maybe attempt to
restart?
Well, that's what you do. Just simply hit pause it and then just hit reload checkpoint. Instead of us doing the whole thing, we didn't really do much.
So it takes everyone with you. I thought that would have reset the whole thing. That's a handy tip then. I've seen people on Cyberpunk having to.
So, what's your favorite character?
Ooh, Thor. Richie?
I'm with Thor.
How about yourself?
There are Inhumans caught in a standoff up ahead.
So Hulk is my favorite comic book character, but it's funny because I heard you say you didn't like Black Widow, but when I played the beta, I really enjoyed her because she reminded me of playing Tekken. It felt like a fighting game. Like I'm punching people, sweeping them, putting them in the air. But once the game came out, I think I gravitated to Iron Man because I was a big fan of Anthem, and Iron Man flying is awesome.
Yeah, I think I naturally gravitate towards Iron Man just because he's been the figurehead for the MCU for the last decade, and it is like it's been very rare we've had games where you get to fly around and essentially like just have that much traversal and like that much power with all the like variety in weapons, lasers, rockets, repulsors. And then, but there's just something about Thor which gives me those like God of War vibes when you throw Mjolnir at something and it just barrels through everyone and pins them to a wall, and there's lightning everywhere and you can fly. There's just something really cool about being a Norse god.
For me, Thor is just the only character I truly felt powerful playing as. All the
Hulk is kind of like my go-to, just because he's my most strongest character and he's just so powerful. Like when I play him, I just feel like I can't die.
I suppose a lot of it rests on like how you've leveled up as well, because like what you're saying, I find Hulk on my build like quite weak. But the big part of me is when you punch somebody, and because of the sheer size of Hulk, it always makes me laugh when like a robot just like doesn't even flinch when you've just hit him full on, and it's like even if he wasn't strong, the sheer size of the character should be enough to at least knock him back a little bit.
Yeah,
I just didn't like the feel of Hulk.
And if Hulk was that powerful, then everybody would just use Hulk, and it just
you know wrong.
You know how it is.
But this is where
I still enjoy the game. I still think it's a good game. I still think some people should give it a try. When it was on sale for 50% off,
oh yeah,
I was really telling people to get it. Like, man, this is the time, get it, you know?
Yeah, that was the biggest thing for me. Everyone, I know a lot of journalist sites and such have picked up on it and basically give it nothing but shit. But it's like, it's not a bad game by any stretch of the imagination. Yes, the campaign probably could have been longer. Yes, the end game multiplayer could have been more balanced and thought out with probably a lot more variety for the most part. But in terms of the actual gameplay, like at the end of the day, we've got a superhero game where you get to play as the Avengers. That's AAA quality.
And feel like the Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel, like each character feel like they should feel like. Like when I play them, I'm like, the only thing I could say that's probably missing in this game is Captain America should be able to run fast.
Yeah.
He either should have like a motorcycle come out that he could jump on, or he just should run faster. That's my only thing I'll say if I could critique the game.
Tell you what, vehicles is something that could definitely add in at a later time.
Or maybe like somebody like Hulk or Thor, like Captain America could jump on their back or something. And they could like drag them or something.
Actually, I will tell you one thing it's definitely missing. Why do you never get to play as Banner and Hulk out yourself? Why does it have to be a cutscene? Like, is that not one of the best features about Hulk and Banner? Is that when he gets into it, you should walk around the normal world as Banner, and then as soon as you see a group of guys, you should have to whack them triggers and just Hulk out.
Yeah, but then what happens if you don't? Then you just
Banner gets killed instantly.
Because then it would get to the point where people would use him and not Hulk out, and you'd be like, yo, come on, man, you better stop dying.
I mean, he wouldn't die right still.
Can you complete the game without hulking out?
They'll probably have like an achievement if you can beat a level with Banner. Like you have to just sneak and not be seen.
Banner. Yeah. Get through everything. But yeah, I just think it's one of the parts that every single iteration of the Hulk focuses on that moment when he hulks out, and you only get to see it in the game as a cutscene rather than playable. I just think it'd be really cool to like everyone's in the battle chipping away at the bad guys, and then you just get to come in and whack all the triggers at once, like maybe just hit all 4 of the back triggers, and then just he gets like kind of like an energy explosion when he hulks out, and yeah, I think that'd be cool. Ooh, big guy. At what point, you two, I'll start with you, Richie, at what point do you think we might get X-Men in this? Because that's a roster of characters that certainly fits this type of gameplay.
Yes, I do, but
I don't know. It depends how long they're planning on going. Unfortunately, I said earlier in the stream, I don't think there's enough people playing the game. I don't know if they will go that far.
Turn on your podcast, your stream, so I could hear him.
I just think
It'd be great if they did.
Yeah, like let's get Wolverine in here and
Yep.
a couple of other people, because again, like you could drop Wolverine into here with some like just basically street fighting actions with claws, and you can just hack through people.
Just tank hits.
Yeah, like completely wipe stuff out. And again, we've got the adaptoids, which we've said many times before, Richie. They are essentially the Sentinels from X-Men.
Yeah. Gambit would be awesome.
Gambit.
Large cards and their staff.
Yeah, you just give them Black Widow's staff, swap out arrows for exploding cards, and you've done it.
For experimentation. Rescue them.
Almost like the
Well, remember
kunai
the
from,
first introduction of Wolverine was in one of the Hope comic books. So imagine if you know, they do a throwback and have, not that it's the first time he was introduced, but they have some type of story where the Hope go against Wolverine, and then but you got to play as Wolverine versus the Hope. Like, there's so many things you could do to make people go crazy and start buying and buy this game, because remember, they got the rights of all 80 years of Marvel, right? So they could use anything. Yeah. And this is a whole new universe, so they don't have to follow protocol too. So I don't think we should give up on this game at all.
I don't agree with that. The one thing I think would actually lend them a favour is actually do blend it in with something happened. Oh yeah, the MCU in some way. So we all remember playing games back in the day when they were movie tie-ins, and they all got jokingly critiqued for being like knockoff movie tie-ins and they never represented it truly.
Right.
Imagine if they went back and went, okay, we're going to retell the first Iron Man movie, but in the game, you get to have cutscenes with Tony Stark, you get to get his gear, his suit, go up through like marks 1 through 40, you get like add characters in like Happy and such and Pepper Potts and that, and then basically tell the first movie, then do the Thor movie with Thor, and obviously you can use your own creative liberties and change it up. But I would totally buy DLC packs that let me replay through the MCU movies, cultivating an Avengers team up at the end of it. That'd just be amazing. Because we haven't had tie-in games in so long.
I never even thought about that, but that would be pretty awesome.
Like, could you just imagine if like they come out and say, right, well, our DLC for season 14 is the Spider-Man Homecoming DLC. The enemy is going to be Vulture. They're going to add his character in there. And you're going to have Spider-Man and Tony Stark's going to be in it, and you get to play chapter stories based on that movie. Well, you get to play it. You get to play it. I'd totally pay for that.
Oh, I think it'd be awesome.
I totally would too. Now, the only thing that might be an issue is they went out and said, okay, all DLC is going to be free.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so because
I always
they probably shouldn't have did that.
I always think there's like a statutory rights thing where it gets past a certain, like after 4 or 5 years maybe, they can say like, right, the game has more players than ever before. A bit like Rainbow Six Siege, where like every year they're just like, right, we've got more players than ever before. To help expand the game and grow it even more, here's our idea for X, Y, Z, and just go to town on it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I would totally pay for it. Yeah.
Well, I just think, the potential, once you've got the characters, like I said, they can iron this out. We've seen it happen with, like, look at No Man's Sky, it won Best Ongoing Game this year. And at launch, that thing got ripped to shreds.
Yes, yeah.
So it can happen.
Everybody would compare Anthem to that, you know, or compare games to No Man's Sky when they Tenet make their, comeback.
Exactly. I do think, though, the one thing this has over Anthem is a multi-billion-dollar IP attached to it.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, the characters are so popular that if you ask me, like I heard you guys talking about Spider-Man being thrown in, all the people who was like, oh, this game sucks, this and that, just wait till Spider-Man come out, right? Like, people are like, whoa, just imagine they throw in Wolverine. Like they could even make this game free to play at some point.
Yep.
You know, after a couple years, so everybody could play it for free, and then they just drop in characters. People will go crazy for them. But they might have put themselves in the corner by saying DLC are free, and then people are gonna raise hell.
Free DLC is like you're kind of painting yourself in a corner. It's like, what's the financial model for the game for continuation?
It's got to be all about the cosmetics, right?
But are the cosmetics currently free?
No,
yeah,
I mean,
the cosmetics.
You can play for them, but eventually there is that point where I think a lot of the general public do cave and buy like a pack or two, depending on how enticing they are. Because if the Spider-Man pack comes out and they say like, oh, you can play as all these different varieties of Spider-Man that we see in the Insomniac games, and for like $5.99 you can get all 10 costumes or something. Like, they'll make money off that. But again, it's all just potential, isn't it? It's just, like, I just hope they have the scope for it.
It didn't do like paid cosmetic DLC.
That's something in your
Yeah,
This is one of the easiest
great
ways of
ideas,
making
and I would
money
have
to
to
get
think
away
they
with
had
I think
somebody
it's-
on their team
Yeah.
mention these.
I think it's because they don't want to get caught up in the critique for microtransactions all over the place. Whereas I think you can buy obviously the currency, can't you? You can buy like the little
Here's the
crystals or
problem.
whatever they are.
You got an IP like Marvel, Avengers. How can you not have microtransactions? They made it clear that we're only gonna make, it's only gonna be we're only gonna sell outfits. So you can't be mad. Nobody could be mad if they come out with a billion outfits. By right, this game should probably have the most outfits you ever seen ever in
Yeah,
a game.
that is true.
And as a fan, how could I be mad? Now, of course, there's gonna be critics, but I wouldn't be mad at all. Perfect, guys. We beat it just in
Oof,
time.
I know, I
I have
was
4
gonna
minutes
say.
before I gotta jump on
Absolutely
the
perfect.
podcast. That was perfect. Wow.
Well, thanks for the input in the chat, Alexander. I'm sure many, many millions of people disagree with you, but that's
I
your
appreciate
opinion.
Everyone's safe at the
And
end.
yeah, Anthony, thanks for stopping by. All the best with the round table. We'll be sure to check it out once we've wrapped up here. And
Watching
yeah,
it tomorrow while I'm up back.
wonderful.
All right, guys. Well, listen, you take care. It was cool playing with you guys. I definitely know I'll play with you some more. I'll be.
And I think he left the game without realizing his audio was part of it. So,
Yeah.
so thank you, Anthony. Good luck with the Roundtable podcast. All the best, my friend, and we will no doubt see you on the battlefield once again. But yeah, I know if I was in his position there, Richie, I would most certainly have been keep talking and thought, right, I have to go set up for this podcast. I'm going to leave the game, shut Stadia down, get ready for my camera, and then without even thinking. But Sonny found that funny. Either that or he's laughing at or disagreeing with the fact that Marvel doesn't in fact suck because it's made billions upon billions of dollars.
It's made many, many people very happy.
It has. I sat with a daft grin on my face for the entirety of Endgame.
It took me a while, actually.
Avengers.
I was a skeptic. I'm actually a skeptic of the MCU at first.
Wow. I don't think I was old enough to really understand what was happening for the first 5 years. I don't think I went to see the first Thor movie in the cinema. I don't think I saw the first Iron Man. And obviously then Disney got involved, and I think that's when it started to ramp up a little bit. But I think Iron Man 2 was the first one that we probably actively went to see as friends, and then after that we pretty much went to all the midnight launches, right? Religiously.
Yeah, I think I get skeptical when something's overhyped, and like that's where things go and it's like, oh, it's not going to be that good. And then with like the first Thor film being kind of, it's all right. I enjoy it a lot more now than I did then. Captain America 1, again, didn't particularly enjoy it at the time, but now I kind of do. I actually hated that film all the way up to like, what was it? Civil War. Like,
where it added a bit more
But
like, context, retrospect.
yeah, what I understood the character a bit more. Because before I thought he just seems quite one note.
I mean, it's your atypical origin movie, right? It doesn't really...
Yeah.
It's just, there's your classic villain. We're going to fight the classic villain, and he defeats him, and like that, that's it. But yeah, I think going back retrospectively, it does
Yeah, like,
add to
I can
the...
enjoy
Again,
it.
this is why it's so good. It's because they built a world. They've built a connected universe that all feeds into each other, and that's what makes it so great. Like, anyone can pop up in any movie and add to the dimension of the characters or the plot or the wider kind of the big end game without quoting the movie.
As like what was it? Phase 2 dragged on, and like more and more great films have come as that. I started appreciating the ones that weren't as good. Like even now, I can actually enjoy watching Thor: Dark World somehow.
And that's a testament to the world building, if you've ever heard one. Yeah, totally agree with you. And it's a weird thing to think back at, like, because obviously Endgame, and we've had such a gap in MCU. We've not had an MCU movie this year, which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm actually back on the skeptical train now at the moment because
You're back on the what?
I like the movies being self-contained as movies. I'm not fond of the Disney Plus stuff they're doing. I think it's going to take away from the movie-going experience of the MCU.
Yeah, it risks that, but at the same time, as a fan, I'm just hyped as shit for it all. Like, just put it straight inject it straight into my veins, because I've had a year of no MCU and obviously Black Widow suspended.
Yeah. What I liked about the movies was maybe like 3 times a year I'd give up one evening and go and really, really enjoy it and get lost in that world again.
Yeah.
Where with the TV show stuff, it's week after week, hour after hour, and it's just becomes a lot more time consuming for what is probably just got documentary content.
No, I get what I mean. I found that with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, I've still got the final season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to watch because it's only just started to roll out in the UK on Disney Plus. But like, the way they initially started to like tie that in with the movie, it was always like half-assed. Like, they had like a random cameo from Lady Sif from Thor, and like Nick Fury never. I think Nick Fury had a cameo. Kobe Smulders, Mariah Hill showed up like once or twice, I think, early doors. And then that was it. And once they actually got away from the movie universe, the show actually got a lot better. But then the great thing with these Disney Plus ones is they've said it is like fully connected, and you've got the actual main actors. You've got Sebastian Stan, Falcon, Winter Soldier. You're going to have Hawkeye, Jeremy Renner in the show, which I think does add a lot of gravity to it. Like, let's face it, you're never going to get Robert Downey Jr. to appear in an 8-series TV show unless you fork out the money for it.
Not now. I think maybe like Dune Phase 2, he might have considered it, but I think he's played the character so much now. Like,
tell you what, I'm looking
I
forward.
told Ian McKellen with Gandalf, where like he did the Hobbit films because he's Gandalf.
Yeah,
That's it.
No one else.
I'm Gandalf. Yeah. I'll do it.
You're not wrong there. You're not wrong there. I saw Ian McKellen post today, got his COVID vaccination today. Saying he's got his, everyone else go and do it, blah blah blah. He's in the age bracket, that kind of rigmarole. I was like, yeah, lead by example. Right then, invite. We'll get this invite out there. Obviously, Anthony's had to. If you've not watched any of Anthony's stuff, by the way, like he said, he does his own streaming. He's part of the Stadia Source Roundtable, which by all means go and watch that if you want to. Right now, we're going to play some more Avengers. Great show where Dan, Avery, and the team all pulled together. Dom and Adam and stuff. Carly, they all do fantastic. I'll probably miss one or two because there's that many. Our good friend Luke as well, one of our patrons, is over there writing stellar articles for them right now, getting the inside scoop.
For a second there, I thought you were going to say he was on the round table. I was like, really?
I mean, not that I'm aware of. I don't even think he has a webcam, does he? But we'll no doubt hear from him in the future. Let's get that game invite into the chat, just in case anyone wants to do some off. We'll probably go for 1 or 2 more games, I reckon, Richie.
Yeah.
And then we'll see out this week.
How are you level 44 already? Like, you've leveled up so much compared to me.
Again, I think I don't know whether maybe the fast tracked Kate Bishop, with her being introduced late to the game. Yeah. Maybe have like a fast track system so she comes up to speed with the rest of your squad. Because I'd imagine it must be quite frustrating if you're playing this game hardcore and you've got everyone max level and you've got to go back to grinding out level 4, 5, and 6 and such.
Yes, because you were like level 21 at the start. Now you're level 34, and I'm like level 37 now.
I'm level 44.
Yeah, 44, sorry, yeah. So you completely eclipsed me in terms of level.
Right, let's...
No problems. Thank you for joining us.
Indeed, thank you indeed. Right, let's see what we've got, Richie. See if there's any missions. Standout ones. What's that one? Enter the Avengers Revisited. All the New York ones always seem really samey to me. Because like, it's hard to distinguish where... Because every street in New York looks the same. Because there's no landmarks in the game. There's no, like, Empire State Building or anything like that. It's all just grid streets of lights and high-rise buildings. It's hard to really... enjoy it for what it is.
I think within any given area, that all the maps feel samey.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
New York is probably worse, but like we've played what with the Pacific Northwest, we just played two missions where like the whole thing was kind of on fire, and
there's one.
if you hadn't seen us complete the mission and start a new one, you'd think it's probably the same mission.
That's true.
And suddenly, yes, this is an Xmas Star Wars sweater.
I thought you were going to say an X-wing sweater then.
It's got a TIE fighter.
There must be an X-wing on there. There's one on the back.
I don't know.
No, the back's blank. They ran out of white stitching for the back part.
I bought it a couple of years ago.
I've
got about 4 Christmas jumpers, and this literally was the first one I came across earlier.
4 Christmas? Is this just one like a purchase every year?
I think I did go for a run of a couple of years because we do the Christmas jumper day at work for like charity, where I bought a new one. But then I kept forgetting I had one, so I go out and buy a new one
every year. Sounds about right.
Yeah, 4 is probably an exaggeration. I think it is free. But one's more of like a jacket rather than just a jumper.
Intrinsic, heroic. You've got to, when you're ever leveling up, you need the boost that gives you every time you perform the combo finish, you get the intrinsic orb. Just because it's so helpful at loading up your
Recent intel
special.
suggests AIM is running further
So you can
illicit
do
projects in
special.
Venture Ridge. I suggest we pay the town a visit to disrupt them. And
Where did you
remind
buy your
Monica the
jumper from,
Avengers
Richie? Can you
are a force to
remember?
be reckoned with.
Haven't got a clue.
Just a supermarket online?
I think it might be just a supermarket, probably a Tesco's or something. I'll probably do my grocery shop and walk past it and like that'll do.
That'll do.
Or it might have been Amazon or something, I don't know.
I have.
I'm sure it's not hard to find Star Wars Christmas.
I got caught out. You've seen my Christmas shirts, Richie. The Facebook algorithms.
Yeah.
Where they basically hear you mention any terminology around Christmas clothes, and all of a sudden your news feed is just filled with like recommendations for. It's probably going to happen tonight now. Now we've spoke about it on here. I've got like 2 practically silk shirts. That one's like white with Christmas stuff all over trees, and I've got a green one with like gingerbread men and candy canes. And they're some of the softest shirts I actually own, which is why I don't mind embarrassingly wearing them over Christmas. I did wear them at the Works Christmas party last year, and I got a few interesting looks. There you go. There you go,
Amazon.
Sonny. Amazon, because Amazon has everything, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely everything.
I don't know what it would be like in the US, but it's £15.95.
There you go, Sonny. Just over $10 and you're sorted for Christmas. Or the wife is anyway. Oh, explosion. Oh, that was something. If you're still around in the chat, Sonny, I mean to ask what I meant to ask on Sunday when we record the podcast. What camera you use, because you get a decent bit of quality out of your setup.
Do you think about buying a new camera like this?
I just, again, doing podcast stuff, Richie, like all tech enthusiasts, I just always want to better myself with more and more kit.
I spent so much money just upgrading stuff that probably didn't need to be upgraded, but because I am a tech enthusiast and the podcaster, like, now I want a better camera, now I want a better microphone.
Yeah. Because I know Tom treated himself to like a very, very nice Sony camera a few months back.
Yeah, probably like the DSLR thing he's got.
Okay. Boom. Arrow to the face. Imagine being shot with an arrow point blank range, like from the tip of your nose.
I don't even know where you are. I got caught up fighting things and lost sight of you. Oh, there you are.
I'm just in the building. Yeah, Sonny, you sound like a man after my own heart there. With I too. I don't know if it's something to do with like the older you get, just the less you care about clothes. But I was saying earlier on to my wife, I was like, I don't think I've bought any new clothes this year, just because I've not left the house since March, so I haven't really felt the need.
I haven't. Actually, I've bought a couple of like t-shirts.
I don't think I've bought any.
Like the t-shirts I've bought are more those like nerdy ones, more for just like I only wear them really on the podcast.
Where did he go? You fool. Okay, so that's it. So when you kit, Richie, you've got when you deploy your decoy hologram. If you tap L1 once you've got the perk upgrades, you tap L1 to swap positions with the decoy. Or if you hold it in, the decoy explodes. So it's quite like a nice little trap you can use to lure people in. Right, let's go for that 96 one over there.
I wish with the tag though would actually
Go to the thing, yeah, rather than the building.
They may drop something useful if defeated.
Ah, Sonny has a Sony one as well. It must be like just the go-to thing. I mean, I've always been a fan of Sony tech. Always. I think my first ever camcorder was a Sony one back in the day when we used to record Jackass videos, Richie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a thing that thankfully existed prior to YouTube, so those embarrassing videos will never be seen by the public.
Do you even still have them?
No, probably not. They might be at my mum and dad's in like cassette form, but I don't think you'd even be able to get the cassettes to convert. They're that old.
It's probably like 320p or something, 340p or something. Ridiculously
so bad,
crap.
yeah.
Well,
with that pixelated date and time at the bottom.
I think it's weird. Like visual fidelity is one of them things that the better you get used to, the more you care about it. It's like,
yeah.
Like I had no issues when I was younger playing like Super Mario on the CRT, and now it's like no. Need at least 1080p.
Not up to scratch, not up to scratch.
I need to buy a new TV eventually. This is the problem with new tech. Is like, oh, I gotta upgrade my TV now.
Yeah, I actually need a new TV like right now for the garage conversion I was just showing you. So you know that gap we've got built into the wall. Specifically asked the builder to make it for like a 60-inch gap. So. I think it's 62 inch, so I think I can get like 55 to 60 comfortably in, but now I need to basically go out and shop and see, like, because I don't want to pay ridiculous money. Like, you can get a good quality HDR 4K TV without breaking the bank nowadays, but the tech enthusiast inside me is still like, I still want a pretty good one though.
There's part of it for me with tech is like, well, if I don't, is it worth paying more? I'm paying for more than what I actually need because I know eventually everything will catch up.
Yeah.
Or like in like a couple of years' time, where I'll be like looking, going, I wish I spent more money.
Yeah, totally agree. And yes, Sonny, you heard that correct. We said Jackass content, and this is.
Which is at the height of Jackass.
It's basically the height of Jackass. Everyone who it was anyone in our neck of the woods basically thought it was hilarious to watch. They wanted to imitate it, like you said, life imitates art, etc. And I think for my it's probably like 14th, 15th birthday maybe. I think I begged my parents to get me a camcorder for my birthday. Got a camcorder, got together with some friends. And just recorded us doing what we would class, I don't know, as like jackass stunts. Try and jump over stupid leaps. We all had skateboards, so we all tried to replicate death-defying jumps on that. I'm sure many times. I do remember one definitive one where we sellotaped our friend Rob up, Richie. Put him on a roller rack and rolled him down a neighbour's driveway. Knocked on the door, ran away. They didn't end up actually being in the house. And then when we went to unmummify him, essentially, the neighbour came home, drove down the drive, and nearly ran him over. So
You shouldn't laugh at that.
You shouldn't laugh. I mean, he didn't die. He didn't get run over. But you can imagine being an adult coming home from like maybe a long day at work, pulling up onto your drive, and then seeing a teenager mummified in grey duct tape on a skateboard on your driveway. Like, what even goes through your mind as an adult at that point? Whereas we just thought it was hilarious.
Who did the antique before?
Probably each other.
Yeah.
It'll be, like I said, it'll be on
A handful of flour in the face.
Yeah, handful of flour in the face. What better way to spend your afternoons? But yeah, that was that's how wacky we got, Sonny. No drugs or smoking with us. It was dicking around on a skateboard. But good times, Richie. Good times. Or bad times. I remember one of them. Apologies in advance. Our friend Tom, not Tom from the podcast, Tom, you know. We did pole vaulting as well. I distinctly remember getting a big pipe from my dad's garage, and we were using it to like do pole vaulting over like the local beck or creek, I suppose it would be in America. And yeah, went to do a pole vault. The pipe wasn't as bendy as an Olympic pole vault pipe would be, as you'd imagine. And I remember it bent in half, it ricocheted out from underneath me, and the edge of the pipe hit him right around the eye. Like a full... Like, you can almost like see a plastic pipe being bent up, almost. Like, the tension frees itself from my grip, ricochets straight into somebody's eye. And, yeah, let's just say he had a lovely bruise around his face that I had to explain to his mum. And apologise that it wasn't intentional, I wasn't aiming for him, he just happened to be stood in my way whilst I was performing a pole vault for a Jackass video.
I was being a kid back then though, you just got injured.
Yeah, I mean, you learn from, you take your bumps and your bruises when you can, but...
Ooh, it's gonna be ugly.
Yeah, what a time, so... Apologies, definitely, at the time, but it doesn't hurt to say sorry again 10, 20 years later, I guess. He did recover, the main thing is there was no... Like, no lasting damage. I would have felt really bad if to this day he still had like a patch around his eye socket. That would have been...
You in the street, he's just wearing an eye patch.
Yeah, I didn't blind the poor sod. But, yeah, that's it. Sonny, out there in the ether somewhere. Oh, get out.
Yeah, we'll not be making any more episodes.
No. I mean, there could always be Stadia-specific Jackass content. Did you actually, speaking of... Did you see Johnny Knoxville and Steve-O are actually, they were hospitalised yesterday after like the second day of shooting the new Jackass movie? Yeah, they're making a fourth one for some reason.
It had its time and place, and that was quite a while ago now.
Yeah, just a bit. But he made a career out of it, so...
One of them things where you just think it's like, the world's moved on, this isn't going to work. You know what brings to mind? Duke Nukem, where like for ages a game was in development, and by the time they finally got it out, it just the world had moved on. Like, just like no thanks, not into that anymore.
What have I missed? I think I've missed 2 crates here. One on this roof. Well, yeah, Sonny, that's how us Brits live our teenage lives. So feel free to share any humorous, embarrassing stories yourself. Any of your mountain time adventures. Let's go get that one. This is quite a nice level. I don't feel like we do this level as often enough. I appreciate the fact that it's quite flat, so you can traverse it quite easily.
This seems a bit different to the other. It seems a bit more like city, but with like the mountainous regions in there.
It's mountain time.
So it looks like they're actually trying to do something interesting.
I mean, there's an underground one here. Does that mean puzzle time? See, this is a very different puzzle. 1,
2,
3. Oh, there it is, top right. 4. And then, what did it do? Oh, this the floor gonna give way? Oh, you have to stand on this one. Oh! Whoa! I got launched. Did you get launched back out the hole? The jump pad's right below where you drop through. Brilliant. I kind of like the fact that we know someone in mountain time now, Richie. I feel like if we tell someone about it, they won't believe us.
Yeah.
We know.
Well, I think there's a lot of people in the UK probably don't even know of mountain time. Never mind the fact that we know someone. The jump pad's turned off.
Yeah, no, my character kind of froze briefly. Can I get out? I mean, I can teleport up, so I don't know why I even tried to use the jump pad. Oh, we're being attacked outside? Oh, it's a turret.
No, there isn't.
Not anymore.
Oh dear.
where is the... Oh, there's another question mark still right over there. Again, yeah, the ping system doesn't really work out if it pings like the wall 10 meters away from you, but doesn't ping.
It just needs to be a bit smarter so it can go, okay, you're aiming at the world icon.
I clearly don't want my teammates to head to that random stone pillar 20 feet in front of me. I want them to head to the chest 100 meters beyond that.
You look at how Assassin's Creed Valhalla handles the ping system. If you ping like something on the map, it will lock that ping.
Whoa! Get out of there. Oh, still got hit. Oh, I'm downed? That happened out of nowhere.
Right, I'm on my way. But I'm like quite far from you.
Oh no. Did you not follow the ping system?
No. I saw a chest I missed, so I'm
right, okay. Can you play Black Widow full guns build? Oh yeah, that was terrible. Your animation resolution was so weak on you coming in there. It was all like blurred and pixelated. What hair have you got actually? You've got a skinhead.
No.
Ah, you do on my screen. If you look at the stream now.
I've seen in the previous streams, I'm pretty sure this game's got some pretty nasty like sync issues.
Yeah. I mean, Thor doesn't look anything like what I'm familiar with right now. Whoa. Yeah, Sonny seems to enjoy Kate as well, but prefer dual pistols. I actually prefer the bow and arrow, but I think that's just from I've been kind of conditioned playing, like you said, Richie, Horizon Zero Dawn, Tomb Raider.
I can't wait for Horizon Forbidden West.
Yeah, it's a great game. Well, it looks like a great game, I should say. I don't know if it's a great game. Not that I think Guerrilla can really do much wrong by just giving us more Horizon.
Yeah.
Right, where are these pressure points at?
Found one outside.
Oh, there's one there, there's one there, it's on the other side. Oh, you got it?
I've got two. I don't even know how many there's meant to be.
4, I think. Oh, it's on the roof, it's on the roof. There it is. Hey, just in time.
What did it open?
Where am I? Yeah, it'd be interesting if they let you kind of customize your own builds with the weapons at a later date. Did you get a chest?
No, I was watching Captain America and I.M just...
Yeah, if you stand still for a second, I'll show you the build of Thor on my screen, which I know isn't the Thor I've got in mind. I know it's not what you've got set up, but you'll see it in a brief moment. Who are these two fighting down here? Oh, look at this. Can you see these two trying to kill this glitch? Just leave him alone, guys. Leave him alone. He's clearly dead in there. I knew you were going to do that. Just to finish him off.
It worked.
It did work.
I didn't think it was going to, but...
Well done, pixelated Thor. Let's find this hyper circuit, whatever it may be. Which direction is it in? It's telling me it's this way. It's got a dot on the map now. It's this right this way. I think we might have taken either too long to find it or otherwise.
Oh no, it's taking me further away. I'll go towards the dot.
Oh, that might be a vault then. Forget that. That might be the mission, but there might be a vault hidden on this map. One of Fury's secret vaults. Right, so let's.
I think I may have found it. I've just flown into some sort of like cave.
Where are you even at?
So I kind of went round for the cliff round the corner, and then back on myself.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Alright, is there like a little underground tunnel-y bit to go through?
Yeah.
Alright, I think I'm coming now. Is it a vault?
The floor's moving, so yeah.
The floor is moving, so.
There's a shield cache near to you.
Looks like shield to me.
Just another shield cache. That might not be a vault then, it might just be some goodies.
I think it's just some goodies.
Oh, there's some. Crazy how this game isn't free to play. I have crowd play. Yeah, I think free to play. We were saying beforehand with Anthony from Stadia Source that it's probably just a matter of time. I think they're going to milk it for as much as they can hang on to now with probably their DLC they've got. So again, I think we'll see the Black Panther stuff. We'll see Hawkeye. We might see one or two characters. Then I think once the game's been beyond a year or so, because you don't want to do it too close to piss off the fan base who bought the game.
Yeah, I think they've went with the wrong model, to be honest. I think they should have went maybe half the price of a AAA title. Free, and then with cosmetic DLC, because that way you're going to get more casual people playing it. If it's like 30 quid rather than 60 to buy.
I'm stuck in here.
Especially when the reviews are coming out a bit iffy.
Alright, I think I'm officially stuck in this room. Oh, there's the stairs. I found it. Yeah. I mean, they've got to be having conversations at Square Enix, no doubt.
Yeah. It really depends how much money they put into developing the game.
Well, they said they haven't made the money back yet. Which is crazy. Yeah, that's crazy to believe. Either they spent far too much than they really needed to.
The IP will cost a lot.
Yeah, I suppose a lot of it probably is licensing. It's like how much of Marvel like doling out just for that. Like there might be a contractual agreement where it says basically the first chunk of money you make needs to go to Marvel to pay off the licensing. So before they've even began, they're already at a loss just for the license.
I'd assume that sort of like it'd be like a structured deal for the IP licensing where you get you're paying so much up front and then it's a percentage of profit after that.
I see him.
Right.
You say that.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
I still got. I was wondering why it was having some kind of like epileptic fit on the floor, and it was because he had a massive hammer on his chest. Wow, Thor's hair looks terrible there. Oh, you've spawned back into traditional Thor now. The lift, it's the magic lifts. Or elevators, for those in America.
Vertical transportation units.
The uppy downy things.
Oh,
this one goes sideways. Yeah. Oh, this is different. And the rendering on that tunnel was quite bad.
It's just a train, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a monorail system. Again, though, it's something different, right, Richie?
Yeah.
It might be going a different direction, but it feels different. Even though the room we're walking into right now is very much your atypical underground starting point. Leveled up, level 47 now. Safe to say I'm going to reach 50 pretty quick.
It's something with Kate Bishop being like power levels then, because...
Why don't you guys take a break?
Whoa.
We have a hex thing on the wall.
Enemy sighted. Nice Nice work.
Yeah, so the ground breaks on these puzzles. So if we find them all, the ground disappears. There's one. There's one.
On here.
That's it. But now you need to break the floor. Which, when you play as a character on your own and they don't have projectiles, that's incredibly hard to do. Because a lot of them don't have like ground slam moves, especially if they're low level. So I've done that puzzle on my own before and just had no way of breaking the ground.
That is a new puzzle that I haven't experienced before, admittedly.
Oh well, there we go.
I mean, the hex puzzle is just the same, but the ground bit is something slightly different.
Dre in the chat. Thanks for stopping by, Dre.
You're welcome.
Try, Dre. I'll get it right one of these days. I'm sure there's more crates and they're on like the different levels, but I can't fly, so it makes it harder to find.
Just let it fly. It's quite good.
I'm attempting. So far, I've managed teleportation. Looks like
What would you, if you could choose between teleportation and flight as a superpower, which one would you go with?
Teleportation. Flight's great and all, but if I can just get through walls, it's just easier, right?
Yeah, I'd say teleportation as well. I just think it's just more versatile. Flight would be cool for playing around, but I think with like teleportation, it'd just be useful like day to day.
All right, what if it was flight or teleportation, but every time you teleported, you shit yourself?
Flight.
Right, what could be the downside? Oh, I fell in the hole. I fell in the hole. Teleportation got me out with that one.
I know I'd go teleportation, but it's not that cut. It's not like that cut and dry. It's like
yeah, but if teleportation could get you from like anywhere in the world, like flight's great. But imagine if you're like, oh, you know what? I really fancy a pizza from New York. Done. You're there. Yes, you've shit yourself, albeit, but you get a pizza and get back out to your toilet in no time, right?
But yeah, I suppose you just always have spare boxes with you.
Yeah, just wear like a man nappy. I just think teleportation is just so much better.
I agree, but if I shit myself,
does that make you rethink it?
Yeah, I think flight would be pretty cool anyway. So
That turbine is finished. Well
it's
done.
not like I'll be like flying around going, I wish I could teleport. To be like, this is pretty cool.
That's true. I suppose flying as well, you could kind of take, you could maybe take like someone else to experience it.
It depends how it works, because like it may just like if you're not getting any stronger, like you'd have to literally be able to carry the person.
Yeah,
That
that's
could
true.
make it quite difficult.
If you could fly, then would you sign yourself up to be in the Royal Air Force?
No.
You wouldn't think they'd utilise you like some super flight soldier in your own division of flying humans?
Oh yeah, I absolutely think they would. I just wouldn't want to do it.
Like reconnaissance, but like flying between radars because there's no electronics.
Yeah, I don't like getting shot at.
Well, that's true. Yeah. That's true.
Respect to anyone who does join the Royal Air Force.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It's not for me.
No, it's not for me. Yeah. Although teleportation does allow you to like do things like rob banks and such, you just leave like a horrible smell behind once you've done it.
It's just a trail of shit everywhere.
Like it's the shit burglar who's struck again. God, this guy's got a bit of health. And he's like this big.
I wasn't paying attention.
You're down. Oh no.
Create super villains.
They're too busy.
Force God blasters is awesome.
Yeah, they're so empowered, aren't they? Those the guys who have like the red wrist lasers are quite hard, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like they've got a lot of health, but like you can't really avoid the lasers if you're caught off guard by a second or two. Yeah, Smash the shit out of this thing. I saw ya. You're being chased, Richie. You're being chased.
You can sell that wall for a bit.
Did we miss a chest in that room back there? Or is this?
That's what I was just looking at.
It only just appeared. I'm sure. Ooh, purple shiny. Gotta get those intrinsic orbs in. And a little smidgen of health. Oh, there's one left. Is he still down there? One of them. Level 48. Here we go.
Bloody hell, you're level up quick.
It's our
That's what
roll.
we did. Securing the area. There must be something still alive.
There's a crate.
No, securing the area. Must be something still alive somewhere.
Right, balcony secure. Flame. Yeah, there's been a surprising amount of glitches tonight, hasn't there? Like glitches and non-spawns.
The generator is no
Oh.
longer
Oh, there you
functional.
go.
If you can gain control of AIM's network temporarily,
I think
can
it's.
infiltrate their
It
security
seems
system.
to be when we're on multiplayer.
Watch the
Oh,
big hole in
this
the
is
floor.
what we did before.
Did we just miss the chest? Oh.
I think I had it pinged.
Oh. I didn't see it up until then.
AIM will attempt to initiate a shutdown protocol if they gain access to the terminals.
Right.
You cannot let them.
So let's capture the flag. I'll go right, you go left. That's 2 between us, we've got at least.
The shutdown protocol is progressing. I'm inside AIM security system.
Capturing the bee.
Me and Cap have got C. Trying to pick out all the daft drones for you now. So that lovely air support. The flying drones are quite annoying actually, because especially if you don't have like many projectiles.
Slightly.
Yeah, or they move slightly. Yeah. It's almost like they don't want to be hit. Right, well we've got 2. As long as you and me hold the 2 points, we should be pretty fine, right?
Yeah, I'll try and split my time between A and B, and we should be fine. But if I start getting
Oh, I
overwhelmed,
didn't see these guys. Oh, big guy, big guy. Oh, he just plowed straight through. Push him over the edge. Oh, 2 big guys. I may need help over here. I'm almost dead. Can't leave. I get some health at least anyway.
Let's access that
something
system.
like that.
Whoa, whoa. Yeah, it's trying to get out of that.
AIM security
There's
system.
too many of them for me to actually get any
Reach
swings
the
in.
AIM security network.
Oh,
Hey,
look.
there we go. We just finished the level, as we
It's so
know.
easy on my side. There's very little.
Yeah, everyone's sure by the end. But then again, as great as Kate is for like distance things, as soon as she gets close quarters and there's too many, she doesn't have like a big power move to get rid of any of them. So it's like a hand-to-hand combat's fun, but like there's nothing easier than Thor or Hulk to just basically clear out a group with like a power move.
Nice work. Venture Ridge's projects are all offline. For now.
For now.
See, look at that. You're like level 49. I'm only level 40. You start
Oh,
like,
yeah.
in the 20s. I started like a 36. It's like,
My power level's still rubbish though.
True. I sometimes think though, power leveling you like that might cause problems. Like, if you like level up beyond your actual ability, like beyond your power level, so all the enemies are just too strong.
Yeah, potentially. Right, let's wind all this down. Get this gear attached. Oh, there's a gold level 50. We love a gold level 50, Richie. Nice. Selling all my wares.
You do that just to leveling up. I'm not getting many artifacts.
Yeah, I haven't got as many as I usually would have done. Let's see what I do have.
See, for now I just anything that isn't purple or above, I just don't even pay any attention to.
Spin resistance is pretty crap.
Is level 42 a band?
Level 42?
Yeah.
Need to get level 42. Don't know. Might be a Marvel joke. Don't know, you have to fill us in on that one, Lee. You googling it straight away.
Yep. Called it. It's a band.
Hey. Yeah, definitely not in my my Spotify library.
Yeah, I don't know how I got that, to be honest. But I did.
Oh, melee attack. Melee. Stun damage increased. Combo finishes. Combo finishes. Gotta go with the combo finish. Intrinsic. Increases the max of intrinsic energy that can be held. Damage of all intrinsic attacks.
I feel like they're probably one of them bands where if you heard the song, you go, oh, I recognise that song.
I thought it was like a Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reference or something. Like level 42 is where they keep all like their deepest, darkest Nick Fury secrets or something.
Maybe it is. In a different universe.
I mean, it could be in the real universe. For all we know, there's that many. It goes that deep, Marvel lore.
It's like getting Order 66 at McDonald's.
Yeah. And you have to say it in the execute style. Right. Overcharged. That sounds about right. Okay then. I think I'm 1 point away from having all of our perk abilities.
One more quick one.
Yeah, we could do just to round out the night on a 50.
Yeah.
Everything seems.
Well, that's what I was thinking as well. It's like, get you that level 50.
Yep. Where's she at right now? Yeah, she's halfway there to level 50. So yeah, you'd think one more. Yeah. One more go. To the war table then. To the war table.
Maybe like a boss fight, like an abomination or something. They can go quite quickly.
Oh, I don't know. I tell you which one I always know goes quick. It's one of the shield missions.
Yeah.
Shield mission. Nope, that one. Yeah, I think it's that one. Nice, easy shield mission. Bad Blood. I'm sure that's something to do with Taylor Swift. Bad Blood. Ready up. Oh, see them 55 seconds get shaved off there.
Yeah, as we were both ready immediately.
Time.
Thanks for those coordinates, Jarvis.
Fly.
I can't believe I let Taskmaster trick me. He's stepping up his game. I am not giving up. We'll get that data back. We have to. If AIM decrypts it, they'll have access to all of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s assets. Locations, agents, everything. All units, Avengers inbound. So here's the plan. S.H.I.E.L.D. is launching a full-scale assault of Taskmaster's compound.
Let's do this.
We lost a lot at the vault, but we should be able to hold them off.
There's actually a Taskmaster boss fight one.
I don't think it is. I think it's just his like cronies.
Okay, there's an AIM checkpoint just ahead of your position. Clear it out completely before moving on to the main facility. I'll meet you there.
Straight to the main facility.
Rendezvous location.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, my wife's corrected me, Richie. I did in fact buy an item of clothing this year. I bought a solitary grey jumper.
Alright, ground team's ready.
It was a nice jumper.
It's a very nice dress. The one, if you remember the one I wore on one of the streams, and it looked like it glitched out because of the stitch pattern.
Alright, yeah.
But yeah, I looked at my messages just then. There's one that says like, "You bought a grey jumper," and I'm like, "What has that got to do with anything? Like, why would you randomly send me that message?" And I was like, "Ah, it's because I was talking about it like 40 minutes ago."
Is she watching the stream?
Nah, she probably just overheard me being too loud in the room.
Oh, fair enough.
Because you know how we get when we play video games. What's the main story? You just have to defeat all the targets.
How we get talking about buying gloves.
Yeah. I don't think the enemies are spawned, have they? We're supposed to defeat all the targets in this area. And this
checkpoint.
Good. Oh, is he a bad guy? He's a bad guy. I can't kill him. I mean, my reticle's going red. It's like they don't know we're here. Oh no. Nope. Did you kill them?
Nope. Let's do another checkpoint. That worked last time.
Oh, here. Well.
And these are sort of issues why I don't think we'll see X-Men in this game.
This is the exact reason why.
Well, it's just simple stuff, like it puts people off playing it. Especially when people review the game, they get these sort of bugs.
Yeah.
And then a couple of months later, they're still present.
Alright, ground team's ready.
Again, similar to what Anthony was saying, like I've not seen anything of this sort before tonight, so
when I've played on my own, it's been fine. It's only when I've been playing on stream that I've had issue. So I think it's something to do with the multiplayer, like.
I wish
problematic for what is predominantly a multiplayer game. So
I tell you what, I'd do what's unfortunate with multiplayer games, because like when you're using the bow and arrow in a lot of single player games now, you kind of get the upgrade where, you know, when you jump off a ledge and then you use your arrow, it turns everything slow motion.
Yeah,
it can't happen in multiplayer obviously because it's factoring in more players. But yeah, it's so cool when you like jump off a ledge, do that like kind of like Legolas turn round in slow motion and release an arrow.
It is one of the coolest things you can do in video games.
I mean, Hawkeye does it, doesn't he, in Avengers, where he runs out of arrows in the original one and he needs to reload.
Has Horizon Zero Dawn got a PS5 update?
I think it might have got like a 60 frames patch, yeah.
I might have to give it a go.
Did you do the Frozen Wilds DLC?
No, I never did. I always meant to go back and play, but I wanted to like, kind of power through the main story a bit first, as a new game plus, just to kind of get my bearings and how to play the game again. I just never got round to it. But now I've got my PS5 sat there, might be the time.
That's all of them.
That's
Over
it.
Christmas.
Commander.
That's it.
S.H.I.E.L.D. units will keep AIM busy in the other
Because I've
sectors.
already like got the platinum trophy, I'm just going to literally just mainline it. I could probably do it. I don't know, 20 hours, something.
For what, the main story and the DLC?
Well, mainly I'd be mainly focused on the DLC. Well, I'd be doing some of the main story just to get up to speed.
Yeah. I'd probably say, yeah, 15. I think when I went back for the... Is it a New Game Plus trophy as well?
There probably is, that's why I'd be doing it in New Game Plus.
Yeah, I think I did it in about 20 hours, so right. So I did the same thing, whereas I waited to start the New Game Plus until Frozen Wilds was out. So like I said, I had that kind of run up to learn the controls again and enjoy it. And I think, yeah, when you beeline the main story, just go from main chapter to main chapter. It's not that long.
Yeah, I did try Ghost of Tsushima.
Alright.
Amazing.
Did you do it like New Game Plus?
Yeah, I just loaded my save and just played for a bit, just while I was testing out my PS5, just because, you know, I wanted to go with a game that I knew we got an upgrade.
Yeah.
And Ghost of Tsushima just happened to be already installed because when I transferred my data across.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh well, Ghost of Tsushima it is.
Not a bad choice at all.
Although I must admit, I think the controller for Stadia is much more comfortable.
I've actually really like fallen in love with the Stadia controller. Like the more games I play, and obviously we've spent like the whole year and a bit with it now. Is the form factor is really like ergonomically really good.
The triggers a bit too sensitive for me. The adaptive triggers on PS5 are awesome. But it's for the PS5, it's the gaps between where the different colour patterns are. They're not flush. So they're just like little ridges that you're always feeling.
Tell you what though, Richie, after like a week or so playing PS5 with the DualSense, when you go back to the DualShock 4, it feels so weird. Like even after just like a week. I think I finished Miles Morales and then I finished Astro Bot and went back and I was like, whoa, this is so weird. Like I didn't expect it to be so weird so soon. And it just was.
Probably over Christmas at some point I'm going to set up, I need to reset things up downstairs to accommodate my PS5 properly. Because at the moment I just stole the HDMI from my Switch. Because it was just the quickest way to get it set up. But I'm probably going to move my PS4 up here because with like remote play and stuff.
Yeah. Did I tell you about remote play as well? Like it works really well.
Yeah, a quick go.
Yeah, it's actually quite impressive, isn't it? Like obviously we're used to Stadia and streaming and flipping stuff back and forth. But yeah, I like you moved my PS4 upstairs, and I did a bit of Valhalla, and it was like this feels like it's running natively.
But this is where I want Ubisoft Plus to come in to get it on Stadia and on PlayStation.
You just jump around.
So with Ubisoft Connect, I can bounce between them.
Yeah. What about them trophies though, Richie?
I don't care that much about trophies anymore, to be honest.
I think I just need to like get away from it. Like there's a few things that keep me going back to the PlayStation ones, and I've said before, and it's the discounts. Because I've got my Uplay points, why would I buy the game for 82, 84 quid for a gold edition when I can use 100 Uplay points and get it for 62 quid from the Ubisoft store and have like a physical disc version? But I do think Ubisoft Plus could be like the subscription model where it's like, well, I tell you what, like you know me, I'm mostly playing Ubisoft games anyway. So could that just save me money by having that instead? But then it's another subscription, isn't it? And it's like, oh, subscription fatigue. How many do I need?
But if it's a subscription that if you're playing the games regularly, will literally save you like a lot of money.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's just like another direct debit. It's like, it feels like that's all we pay out at the moment.
Yeah. Well, I always thought with Ubisoft Plus, the subscription it's what, about 15 quid a month, which is like absolutely tiny compared to, let's say if you buy one new game every month or even every 2 months, you're saving so much money. And you can always just pause it when you're not playing any Ubisoft games.
letting everyone else fight your battles for you.
But yeah, it just needs to have Ubisoft Plus on all platforms so that you can get
Everyone
the
in.
best out of
The
it.
main data center is on one of the lower
Yeah.
floors. Jarvis,
The cross-save feature works really well. I was actually quite impressed with Assassin's Creed because I started it on PS4
Yeah.
like 2 weeks or a week before my PS5 came.
let's work fast then.
Installed it on the PS5, loaded it up, and my save file was there already. Didn't do a thing, didn't sync it with. It wasn't done through PSN. It was just Ubisoft Connect. Just pulled the save file straight from their cloud
We're
servers.
just gonna smash
It
everything.
was
It's just
like,
literally done as you're booting the game. One of them things that come up are connecting
Yeah,
to
and
Ubisoft.
it was
stuff.
one of those like future tech moments where I was like, well, that was convenient.
Before they complete the
Yeah.
decryption.
Running a scan on
Well,
the data
for me,
center.
it's when I eventually get around to things like Watch Dogs and Immortals Phoenix Rising. That's where I'd like to have like Ubisoft Plus come into play.
Well, that's the thing. So many like games to play as well. I actually feel bad for Phoenix Rising, like for myself, because I honestly feel like I would be enjoying it right now more than Cyberpunk.
We had a blast playing the demo, and it's just then none of us have played it.
Yeah. Our friend Ashley has though, and she's loving it. Which again, the more she compliments and talks about it, the more I'm like, damn it, like I wish I'd started that instead of Cyberpunk, but then naturally because we've got the content creation, I wanted to cover Cyberpunk from the channel's point of view as well.
Yeah, and I finally fell in love with an Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah,
There are 4
so many
accelerator
things.
turbines in total. It won't be long before
I'm
they have
about
access to
70 hours
Fury's
in and I'm
data.
still playing. It's at the point where I'm thinking about, do I stop playing?
No, destroy those
Because no
turbines.
matter what, at this point, I've had my money's worth.
A surprise?
So if I stop playing and move on to something else, just because I've got other games that I want to play.
Well, like I said, hopefully over Christmas we'll be able to chip away at some of the bigger ones. Like I do honestly feel at this moment in time, unless Cyberpunk gets its claws in me anymore, like like I said earlier on the stream, I am coming around to it the more I play it, but there's a big part of me which honestly thinks I'm probably going to mainline the story and then be done with it.
Yeah. I'm with you there.
But again, I honestly a big chunk of that I think is just that.
Christmas Day, stuff like that to take care of. Don't have a lot on.
Well, I mean, you can't go anywhere.
Yeah. I'm gonna there's some jobs and stuff I'm gonna do around the house. I'm gonna make sure I do like at least one or two productive things around the house every day.
Just so you feel good about yourself.
Yeah, and also I've got stuff queued up that I want to take care of. So, but yeah, it's just when I'll have time to just like at least initially for the first like 20 hours or something, I can just probably just spend 2 days and go right here we go.
Only one more.
Is Taskmaster usually this quiet?
No, but I'm sure he's listening. Let's get this done.
A good couple of big boys showed up now. Everyone in this room seems like super hard compared to the whole rest of the level.
Yeah.
Get me out of there. I lost connection like briefly twice there. Do you think if we just destroy all the things before the enemies spawn?
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm just
Because every time you defeat one of the things, it spawns another enemy. Oh no, we've got to secure the area. We've made ourselves a good bit of
yeah,
work.
that probably just continually spawn until like you complete the objective. So.
Got no step. Don't step on me. Don't shoot me. Iron Man ain't doing so good. Whoa, get out of there. Iron Man's down. Almost. He's on the cusp of it.
Damn it, Stark is down.
Off arrow. Big guy, isn't he? Team showing who's boss.
Right, he's down.
I passed level 50 ages ago, by the way.
Yeah, well, I thought you would have done.
Secure the area, we've got that same issue again. Secure the area. You find someone?
Nice work.
No.
Oh well. You think the AI would be able to find out? Oh, there you go, it just took a moment.
What's our status?
I'm afraid I have bad
Doors
news.
open.
Damn it! I got it.
The data was sent to an office downstairs.
Taskmaster. Get that elevator open. We're going down. Hurry!
Bad news. The data's downstairs.
The elevator's back in the main room. Why did they open that door then?
It's up here.
Yeah, there's the downstairs door opened where we left on the last level.
Oh, I think it might just be if you missed anything.
I didn't think it let you go back usually.
The NPCs aren't here.
Ah, they don't need to be. We're the only Avengers that count.
S.H.I.E.L.D. needs that data to rebuild. Without it, we're starting from scratch. All of Fury's plans, his research.
Commander
How did they
Taskmaster has
get in
begun
here?
uploading the data to AIM's servers.
How long do we
Teleport.
have?
A few minutes at most.
Hit my head on the roof.
Hopefully it's enough.
Catch you later, Lee.
Must have been
Thanks for stopping by.
inside AIM with no one to
Ooh, early start. Yeah, thanks again, Lee, as always.
Hardly. I'm
Much
not
love,
like you.
Patron. We'll see you in the podcast.
It's winning.
Actually, you're seeing a post show tomorrow. We've got a great post show with Sunny tomorrow. Another video game 20 questions.
Soon there won't be anything left of Fury.
Where Richie and Sunny take on another game from the Stadia library.
I'm getting better at it.
I mean, 2 weeks we'll see if it's just a fluke. I'm actually really intrigued to see how Tom does this week.
Oh, I'm gonna screw Tom over as much as I possibly can.
It's a team effort. I don't think
Right away.
that helps.
Yeah, I'm on your team.
Alright, okay. He's on my
He
team
didn't
as the
know,
host.
though.
Right, there's some honeycombs to smash. Where's that last honeycomb? Should be one honeycomb over your side. Hidden behind some grates and shit. Where's it at? There it is, behind those saber blades. Closed door open.
Get some more units.
Units. Republic credits. How would you envisage a Star Wars version of this game?
I don't know. I think fighting styles would be weird. Are you thinking like?
Jedi Knights. Everyone with different
Depends what
force
you were
abilities.
talking about. I think if you're talking like prequel era,
Looks like we're clear.
you have more Jedi's, and each of them could be given like their own distinct styles and stuff. But like a more modern era, there's not any Jedi's, so
Not for long.
He's rocking a suspicious hood as Taskmaster from behind.
You can try.
Oh, come on,
Sound like a
skeleton
bully.
boy, let's go.
Almost. For my next trick?
Where's he gone? Whoa.
I've just completely realised I haven't attempted a single parry all night.
I do with Bishop, because she does like quite cool like sword blocks. Plus, I only did the tutorial that taught me about them like 2 days ago, so it's kind of fresh in my mind. Oh, that was a bit of a blast there, wasn't it?
Need some more Odin Force.
Got rid of his annoying understudy.
Okay.
It's so cool that opens the Rainbow Bridge.
Yeah. It didn't seem to do anything to him though.
It's not as powerful as you'd hope. But then again, how Taskmaster, a human being who's just a previous Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., survives this kind of onslaught is beyond me anyway.
Yeah. It would be such a one-sided fight between him and Thor.
I mean, this is where the game gets a bit grindy, where there's 4 heroes versus a human being who for some reason seems larger than everybody else.
And they're doing the typical like comic book thing where they actually make powerful characters physically larger to give like a sense of
overbearing.
Yeah.
Ah, bastard. So they're just gonna pep him with arrows.
Or pepper with hammer.
Pepper him with salt. Oh, he hit me. Oh, he's focused on me now.
Like it's through. He's hammering in.
Get me out of that. Headshot. I'm just gonna
You're just sliding backwards in like a static pose for me.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Where's he gone?
I think he's interested in me. He's looking at me. Oh yeah, he is. But I can teleport, dickhead, so good luck with catching me. Oh, he's used a rope. Wow. Yeah, he's definitely got his eyes set on me at the moment. He's got so many annoying gadgets. Like, you can't actually have like a fair fight with him.
Yeah, and the problem I'm having is I'm pressing dodge, but I'm usually locked into an animation, so I can't actually dodge out the way the circles. They just explode a little bit too quick. I mean, we're winning anyway, so it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, true. Oh, cool. Like, by the time he doesn't, like, when he does this special, like, ground pound thing, he flags red before you even have a chance to do anything. Like, what? Why has he got, like, demon fire abilities? Like, I was totally pressing plasma teleport out of there when he got me with that one.
Down.
Your knight in high-tech armor is here.
Alright, let's bring him down, Avengers. Yeah, good luck catching me when I can teleport, bitch.
Where's he gone?
He's behind that wall over there. Oh, there he is. It's over there now. I just don't think he likes being hit with arrows from a safe distance.
He does seem to focus a lot more on you, like.
I think it's because I'm distracting him, and he's just there he goes again. Is he down? That's so close. So close. I'm not even shooting the right person. Where did he spawn a big guy with? He's like he spawned Vulcan Raven from Metal Gear Solid. Go on, take him down with the lightning. Finally, there we go. Oh, that was a bit of a graft at the end.
Yeah.
You're still too.
And
That
somehow
went
he
for long
still
enough,
manages
boss.
to get to the terminal to hit Control Alt Delete.
Yeah.
How does he not die with a bazooka blasting like an inch from his face?
He's literally just been fighting off a god.
That's very true. That is very, very
Like,
true. And
the
now,
bazooka
and now he's
is
being
posters.
yeah,
Do you remember the point?
and now he's being apprehended by just two generic shield agents.
Yeah.
Love.
Like they can't even get away from them. Aye, video games, eh? Oh, yeah. Well, that was a little bit longer than I anticipated, but level 50, we've reached it, we've done it. You love to see it. Don't need to play as Kate now, ever. Level 50
We
reached.
didn't recover Fury's data, but we stopped AIM from using it against us.
What now, Commander?
We built a strong foundation, so we keep going.
We keep
We
going.
make new plans. We rebuild. SHIELD is back,
Check out what
and we're
gear
not
I
going
got
anywhere.
then. Surprisingly enough, no gear beyond what I already had for my sword.
Really?
That's annoying. For the sword, yeah.
Oh, it's just for one slot. It's like, it's not the end of the world then.
I got some decent exploding arrowheads with pin particles. They sound cool.
I basically got resources.
So nothing to be shown at. There we go. And then final, last but not least.
Oh, a new belt. I didn't even look at what the stats do, to be honest.
No, I don't. Not until like the late game.
You change gear so much. I think min-maxing like that and like it kind of setting up your build how you like it. I think only really matters once you hit level cap. And once you hit like top power levels.
All I look at is that the numbers are either even or rounded up to 5. Or unless they're like a big number. So currently I've got 55, that's fine. 60, 60, 60. I'm happy.
What are your thoughts on 111?
111's fine. I like 111.
Yeah, I was going to say it's got.
It's like a palindrome effect, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
across the board, so it's all good. And I've got my final Hawkeye comic. So that's all 5 collected. Nice.
Nice.
And where's she at on the challenge card? Ooh, I'm 1 off getting the grayscale outfit, whatever that is. But I did unlock,
Challenge
for
cards.
reaching rank 50, I've unlocked Kate Bishop with a black hoodie. Great, that's generic as shit.
I didn't even look at what my challenges were. So.
I don't. I know you get stuff for like daily missions and certain amount of kills and stuff. So I don't ever look at it. I just basically know it ticks over nicely when you do a couple of skirmishes.
Yeah, nothing's ticked up. The best I've got is like something on 40%.
Right. Let's see, who have I got? My character. Oh no. So select hero. Let's see what my roster is. So yeah, I've got Kate Bishop now. So level 50, power 60. I've got Thor, level 50, power 110. Cap, level 50, power 79. Black Widow, level 50, power 66. Kamala, level 50, power 68. So they've got worse over time. Hulk, level 50, 89 power. And then Iron Man, the one I started out with, is level 50, power 142. So again, the first character I picked to start with, he seems to have got all the best gear on the road to level 50.
Yeah, I think maybe they've adjusted the scaling, like so you can level up quicker once you've put. Now from launch, so
yeah, it's weird that they've stopped at 50, mind. Like I'm sure they'll boost it to like 100 on like the next big seasonal whatever it may be.
yeah, it depends. Like if you look at something like World of Warcraft, initially it was 60, then it was 70, then it was like I think it might have been 80, but then I think they might have went to 85 after that.
Couple of challenges in there.
So now I think they're well over 100.
I can imagine they've been going for that long.
Yeah.
Might do that mastery. I think that's all of the all the specialities and stuff done as well. Wonderful. Well, Richie, that is level 50 for Hawkeye, aka Kate Bishop, one of the few Hawkeyes we're probably going to see way more of across MCU. But speaking of more of, you will see more of us two gentlemen back with the mighty return of our fellow Sounds of Stadia co-host, Mr. Tom, the techie teacher himself, makes his glorious return this Sunday, Monday for people viewing out there, our lovely audience. Thank you for stopping by for our Thursday night live stream with the community, as always, as we played Marvel's Avengers using the power of Stadia. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel down below if you haven't done so already, so you are kept in the loop with all the wonderful goings on here on the Sounds of Stadia channel, much like the podcast, as we mentioned at the beginning of the show, where myself, Chris, my co-host Tom and Richie bring you the Sounds of Stadia podcast up to episode 65, our Christmas episode this week. Richie, you going to be rocking that jumper this week, or are you going for another one from your collection?
Ooh, I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead.
Ooh, always, ever the tease, ever the tease. We've got some great news, obviously, this week. We've got Cyberpunk conversation. We've got EA basically screwing over Take-Two's buyout of Codemasters, just coming there last minute and screwing that up royally. We've got obviously more games drop. Ubisoft Plus conversation as well drops US only, which is definitely going to be a topic of contention between the three of us, especially with us all being Brits. So we unfortunately don't have that yet. New games rated release alongside some sales and some great conversation. So hopefully you'll check that out come this Monday. And don't forget, if you are a patron over at soundsofstadia.com. No, it's not. It's patreon.com/sounds. I was doing so well. Sounds of Stadia. You can subscribe to the Patreon page and get exclusive early access to the post show, where tomorrow, as I mentioned, Richie and Sonny from our podcast this week go up against the Stadia Video Game 20 Questions Challenge. Can you beat them? Can you beat them to the game before they get the questions out of the bag? You'll have to tune in first thing tomorrow morning to find out. Other than that, though, thank you very much once again from me. Thank you very much from Richie for stopping by and joining us on this mightiest of streams. My name's been Chris.
I've been Richie.
We've been Sounds of Stadia Thursday night live stream. Take care, everyone. Have a good, pleasant evening. We'll see you next week. Game on. Goodbye.
Good night.